Okay, hello, my Sealies. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you for the follow, Squirrel. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Today's not ASMR. I hope that you can hear me well. Today we're going to be talking with two of my friends. Um, and we're going to be telling spooky stories. Robbie is here with us, and then thank you for the follow, Hannah. Welcome, welcome. And we are going to be having also Griffin with us today. So, Robbie, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Well, hello. Um, my name is Robbie, and I am I guess the best way to put it would be cryptid specialist. There we go. We'll just go with that.
Yeah, Robbie and I have known each other forever, and we've gone on some adventures together.
Oh God, yeah. What were we just talking about? What was it like? Been like it's been over 10 years at this point.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for the lurk, Winter. Thank you, thank you. We've known each other. Next year, it's 9 years. Next year will be 10. Next year will be 10.
Okay, that's right. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It was around 2014. That's
Mm-hmm. And then we met in November of 2014, and then we got spirited away together.
yeah. You can't take us anywhere, can you?
No.
No.
Cryptid specialist. Yeah, Walrus, he is a cryptid specialist.
Lit.
He was
It's
just
not even.
talking about before stream going to the Mothman statue.
Yeah, it's not even by choice. Like the cryptids come to me. I don't even go looking for them.
Oh, Griffin's here. Griffin's here.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I said
Hold on.
Whippin.
Let me fix your model because you're small and I have to
Oh my
resize.
god.
Give me a second.
Whippin
Okay,
is
hi.
small though.
There we go. There we go. Everybody's here.
Yay.
Tiny
Robbie
Griffin.
Hi.
VTuber Kawaii.
Hi. Okay.
So yeah, Griffin's here. If you
Yay.
want to introduce, I know you've been on the stream before, but if you want to introduce yourself to the chat, you are more than welcome to.
Yes. So hi chat. Um, I'm Griffin, and I'm happy to be here. And yeah, I don't know what to say, but thank you.
But yeah, we're
Yeah.
here to
Yeah.
tell spooky stories. We have our cryptid master here. Hi, Justin. We have our cryptid master here, and then we have Griffin, who's experienced a lot of things too.
Mm.
I feel like I'm experiencing something right now with like the bad internet. My internet's going crazy. Oh my god.
So
Yeah.
let's see.
The crew has emerged.
I know we haven't been like put together since 2014.
Oh my god.
It's our
Reunion.
it's already a lot. But yeah, so which one of you would like to go first? Because I know that we've all had stuff together, but like I know you guys have stories on your own too. Which one of you would like to go first?
Ooh.
Oh.
Um. Hmm.
You can go first if you want.
That. Yeah. I mean, it sure. Oh God, I'm trying to think where to start. There's so many. Um. If I had to say one, like, so I guess the best way to start it off is like my area is like cryptid central. And again, like I don't go looking for this stuff. It finds me. Like even though I moved here like 20 odd years ago, it's just like they all followed me.
Hi, Monster. I hope that you're having a good night.
Monster appreciator? I appreciate monster appreciating.
Thank
I also appreciate monsters. That's why I'm here. Um let's see, but yeah, cryptids always
you.
pop up. Oh God. You know what I think that would probably be a good one to start out on is
Oh,
the the cousin Cletus looking one that
Yes,
me
oh
and you
yeah.
both saw.
Because you both
Yes.
saw it. Like, you both saw
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So there we go. We can kind of deuce that story because um oh
That's
god.
the that's the iconic one.
Yeah.
The Demon's Coming song, that's like the one.
Found that after the fact too. So I guess this
Yeah.
cryptid is it's one that me and Griffin saw.
yeah.
What was it like 2? It had to be at least 2 o'clock in the morning. It was right about the witching hour.
Yeah.
Um,
For some for some reason we had the genius idea to do a night ride at like in the middle of the witching hour.
Always because we can't just it's never normal.
Everyone.
It's usually it's like me and the boys up at 2 a.m. looking for chicken nuggets. Like straight up, I guarantee that's what we at least did at some point.
You
Yeah.
can't, like, just play video games. We're the type that we have to go out at the witching hour and drive into the middle of nowhere and hope we don't, like, get lost.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but I
Like how
think
horror movies start. I was like,
yeah, the
yeah.
strangest thing about that one was it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. We're
Mm-hmm.
driving, talking, just you know,
Yeah.
literally just decompressing and vibing because those years. I mean, it's not like much has changed, but those years we were pretty we were all pretty stressed out, and we
Yeah.
still are. So I feel like that's what we need another one here soon. Is we just need a drive,
Go see Cousin
late night
Cletus.
drive till morning. Yeah. Well, I hope not to see him again because he scares the shit out of me. Uh,
Oh,
but yeah, we were just driving around, and we were over near my area, and there's actually this road that goes. If anybody knows anything about Ohio, lots and
mm,
lots of covered bridges. Like,
yes.
um, because every good ghost story starts with a covered bridge. I swear. Like literally every state has a crybaby bridge. Ohio has like four of them. I swear.
Well, we have Third
Depends on
Bridge,
who you
which you've been to, so, like, you've been to, like, so many, Robbie.
know. It always starts as a bridge.
Yep.
The
Bridge.
bridge to the other world.
Yeah, bridge to the spirit realm. But I
Mm,
specifically remember we passed over that bridge, and I
mm,
was like, man, this is kind of creepy back here. I was like, I've never actually been down this road. Let's see where we go. Like I've lived
mm,
here for like, at that point, God, like 15 years
mm.
or whatever, and was just like, yeah, let's just go down here. We drive down. It's just like a unmarked gravel road, and at the point, it was called Hyde Road. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I rem- but then
yeah, like it was
but
called Hyde Road. The weird part about it is when I went back, like a week later, that sign had changed
yeah,
and it just said privated
yeah.
It's
or
on
like
Google
private.
Maps, too. You showed me on Google Maps. Like, it's like
Hmm.
a private road. You can't even get down it.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like technically it's. I think they unmarked it, or so, I'm assuming they unmarked it, or we were
Okay.
just seeing shit.
I remember I feel like at some point, like at that hour it said like the veil. Do you
Oh,
remember that?
that's what it was. It wasn't Hyde
The
Road.
veil?
It was near Hyde Road. It was called. That's right. It
Yeah.
was called the Vale. Just a road, like a green road sign that just said the Vale.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's weird. I've never seen that sign before in my life.
Yeah.
And that's why I felt like that's why I was thinking. I'm like, it intersects with Hyde Road. It's where Hyde Road intersects with the Vale, and now it just says private road. So I'd never seen that road before, and I'm just like, that's a weird name for a road. Let's go down it.
Yeah.
We drive down this gravel road, right? And
Oh my god.
the first thing that freaked me the f out when we both saw it was we drive down
Mm,
pitch dark, and I thought we saw a dog sitting like at the edge of this long driveway,
yeah.
and we did. The horrifying part about it is it was not a living dog. It was like it looked it looked like what you'd expect a taxidermy dog to look like.
Yeah,
Like it
I'm
was like
pretty
a
sure.
stuffed dog.
Was it smile dog
Yeah,
level though?
I I don't
Smile dog.
know. So
Oh,
it's
I don't
crazy.
know if it's that bad, yeah, but
We saw like
it was yeah, it was kind of nightmare fuelish. Like it was
mm,
like a big Saint Bernard looking dog, and we kept thinking it was gonna like run in front
come
of the
to life.
car, and it just kind of sat there like
Yeah,
almost in a guard position.
yeah,
But it's just it's just sitting there, and we're like, okay, that's really freaky. What is that? We passed by it. I of course didn't slow down or anything to get a good look because
yeah.
I don't like making a habit of slowing my car down on unmarked roads called the Vale at 2 o'clock in the morning, surrounded by a bunch of backwoods in the middle of BFE, Ohio. So, I don't make that a point, and I feel like that's how I've survived this far.
Exactly. Like when we were driving down that road, like the branches were like like hitting the car. That was like that's how wooded it was.
Oh my
That's it's
gosh.
so like
Yeah,
dense, and I was like, we're gonna get stuck back here, and then it went from we're gonna get stuck back here to we're gonna die back here because it just goes back and it hits the road just ends. And I'd
yeah.
say there's like several houses in the back. It's
It's like
almost
a
like a
commune.
hillbilly. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
hillbilly cul-de-sac. It's like if you found a cul-de-sac, but it was in the middle of like the back rooms or something.
You went to the
It
back rooms, man.
we just ends right there, and I'm
yeah.
just like, what the hell do we do? We gotta like turn around. So I'm like sitting there trying to think. Maybe we'll turn around in like we'll turn around in the driveway or something of one of these houses. And I go to
Mm.
kind of like try to do a 3 point turn. The light shines right up on this
Oh
house.
my god.
It just looks like a cabin. It is a straight up cabin,
Yeah,
derelict as hell, and we see this face in the window.
and it's blue. It's like a
Yeah, it was
blue.
this blue ghostly face sitting in the window,
What?
and I'm like, Gwivin, that you're looking at this too, right? Are you seeing this shit? Like, and she's like, "What is that?" And I'm like, I don't want to stick around long enough to find out, but I'm like, it almost kind of looks like the ghost face. Like it had like a
Yeah,
ghostly face, kind of like that, like very hollow eyes,
Mm.
yeah,
like
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of gaping mouth, and it was just this pale blue face, just floating in the middle of this window. And
Riley.
at that time, we hauled ass. We didn't
Yeah.
turn around. I threw it in reverse, and I backed up the entire length of that road. It was like a half mile, and I reversed,
Oh my
going
gosh.
about 30 miles an hour in
Yeah.
reverse, like backwards, because I was like, nope, nope. I don't know what that is, but I'm not waiting for it to pull me out of the car and beat the shit out of me. So,
We were
save myself.
screaming the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh
We were
my
like,
gosh.
yeah. It
Just
was
like
so real.
back it up.
I remember I was like, don't look in the rearview mirror. I was like, he's gonna be there.
Just look in
Just
the rear view mirror and it's like just running
Oh
he's
my
like,
god.
full dead sprint. Yeah, I didn't sleep that night.
yeah. I was like, you
It's like,
forgot that. What was I like?
oh no, I was saying I legitimately
Uh,
freaked out.
I didn't. Yeah, we didn't sleep. No, we didn't sleep that night. But after you backed out of the woods, we went back. We thought we went back onto the main road, but we ended up in this like this like we ended up in like the afterlife. Like it was just an empty road, and there was no houses,
Mm-mm.
and there was just like mailboxes on the road. Do you remember?
Yeah, there was
It
like
was just
mailboxes, but we didn't know where like if there was a
houses.
house, they were either back in the cornfields or back like in the wooded area. Like every single drive, nobody had a driveway that could have been less than a half mile. I
Yeah,
swear, because I'm like the house is nowhere to be found. See a driveway, see a mailbox,
yeah,
but no identifiable house, no house number either on any of these
ex-
mailboxes.
Oh, thank you
yeah.
for the
Just
sub,
like,
Fruitless. Thank you, thank
oh,
you.
thank you. But yeah, it's just like
Let's go.
endless mailboxes in like a field,
I
and
never heard
then
the part of the mailboxes from the story.
Oh
it's
yeah.
like
So
we were gone at that point.
yeah, like we were hauling ass down that road, and
And
I
then
remember
yeah,
we went down that road, and I was like, okay, I've lived here for 15 years. I have no idea where I'm at right now.
yeah,
We're going down this road. I'm like, I've never been on this road before in my life, and this is a place that I literally, the area where we went is a town that I pass by literally every day.
exactly.
Like anytime I'm going to work, anytime I need to go to the store, I'm passing this town, but somehow we end up going on the back roads for like an hour and did not
Yeah,
see any civilization until we ended up popping out. Oh god, it was like over near like,
isn't it Columbus?
yeah, it was like
Like somehow.
no, we ended up popping out
Oh,
over on the other side of like Dayton.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. Like we ended up in the city somehow. Like
Yeah.
how did we go this far?
And I was like,
I
there's
re-
no way. I was like, we haven't been driving that long.
yeah, and you remember when I tried to check my phone for the GPS to
Hmm.
where we were, and there was no signal on that weird mailbox road.
Nope.
Oh my
No
god.
signal out there. There's
Yeah.
no cell towers out that way. I've
Uh,
tried to find that same road. I can't find it.
Dude, you were in the back roads of, or not the back, they were the back rooms of Ohio, basically.
Exactly.
like the glitch. Like we just glitched out.
The cornfields. I swear.
The cornfields are the back rooms.
It really is.
Yeah.
Um oh god, that was
We like
the one that we both saw and we both experienced that.
yeah,
And we're just like, where in the hell did we go? We got back at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Four almost 5 o'clock. No, it was like literally like 5 o'clock in the morning before we got home. And then we're just like, okay, um, that was nightmare fuel. What do we do with that for the rest of the trip? And we're like, I don't know, contemplating our mortality. So
exactly. I think we just stayed up until like the morning because we were just like, what just happened?
oh yeah, because I
Like,
definitely wasn't going to sleep at night.
yeah, like we note clipped into like the cornfields
Hmm.
in
Yeah.
the Beta, Ohio.
So I don't remember what we saw, but like
Yeah,
something about that face looked almost like it's like the hillbilly equivalent of Ghostface. I was like, there's something that
yeah,
it's very
Cousin
gaunt
Cletus.
looking. Yeah, so I was
exactly.
like, I remember specifically going, I'm like, that was some weird like backwoods Cletus looking motherfucker,
Yeah,
and I'm not I'm not wanting to see him again. And then it stuck.
yeah,
So we actually named that cryptid. That one's our own personal cryptid that nobody else has seen
Dude,
but
you should
us.
put it
But
on
we
the
both
internet. You
know
should
it.
make a Wikipedia for him. So like
That's true.
if like people have encountered him, they can be like, "Wait, I've seen Cousin Cletus."
There's a database of it.
Do
Oh my
it.
god, the people who live near that area would be so pissed
yeah,
because I guarantee there'd be like paranormal investigators and cryptid hunters out in those woods.
true.
So the people living
Yeah,
in those woods will be like, "Why is there suddenly a bunch of people with flashlights and like EVP gear
Robbie's gonna be
in
out
my
there too,
backyard?"
though. Like,
it's true. We have
I will be. I will be just the observer. Because in most situations, the cameraman does last till the end of the movie. I
yeah,
will give it that because how else do you get the footage?
yeah.
it's true, true. They find your camera. They're like,
Well,
it's not.
oh yeah, that's the problem. Is like they're just gonna find the camera, no me.
Oh no.
I tell you, I did do that one time
No,
though. We went
oh
out
my
on
What?
like a
god,
we went out on a ghost hunt
oh my god.
when I was first starting out photography.
Mm.
I got roped into it, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to go with us to go do some ghost hunting?" And I was like, me, young, ambitious, was like, "Sure, man, let's do whatever."
Oh my god.
Full blown being a paranormal like appreciator and believer, but also like
Yeah.
I guess you'd say like agnostic skeptic of it too, where I'm like, I'm
Mm,
sure there's a logical explanation for this. I
Right,
just
right.
don't know what it is. And I just can't find a very logical one.
mm,
Yeah. Like some of them are kind of obvious, like, oh yeah, that was just whatever. It was just the wind. But
mm-hmm.
some experiences, you're like, what the hell was that? I just that was real. That was real.
Exactly. I'm like, I'd rather it be that way, honestly. Like I'd rather just
Same.
I keep that from being freaked out all the time is like
Mm-hmm.
try to
Yeah.
rationally explain something.
Right, right. Oh my god, that's so funny though. It's like funny in retrospect, but like in the moment, I was like, we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna die. We're
Yeah.
gonna
Well,
die.
yeah, I remember we were out in this field doing like I think I oh my god, I'll see if I have the pictures from it. That'll be
Oh my,
the biggest test. I'll see if I have any
yeah.
pictures when we were out there. I know I saved
Oh,
them.
oh
But
my god.
If you have
for
it,
a
send it to
fact,
Discord, and then I'll put it on
yeah,
stream.
I know for
Um,
a fact like we were out there and I was trying to photograph some stuff and while we're kind of like hanging out there, the one guy just starts doing the EVP thing, and every time somebody does EVP readings trying to get voices, I'm like,
yeah,
that's inviting stuff
yeah.
to screw with you.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
like
right.
really do think spirits like to screw with people who want to hear them because they're like, oh, you want to hear me? Oh, I'll let you hear me.
Exactly. I would do that if I was a spirit. To be
Same.
honest, like, like, it's like the common.
I think that's what
Oh
people
my
forget
god.
is spirits do. They're like they're spirits of emotions of
Yeah.
entities or people's past. Like those people could have been, had a really sick sense of humor.
Exactly.
Me
And
showing up to people being
Exactly.
like based.
I remember he did the
Exactly.
EVP readings, and it started like the little meter started going off on it,
Oh
Mm-hmm.
no.
and I just like that was when a chill ran up my spine, and I was
Oh
like,
Oh
no.
god.
"Why am I out here? Why am I? There's not really any sensible reason why I'm out here with these happy fucks." Like,
It happened again.
yeah, and
It
then
happened again.
I that's when I started the bargain.
Yeah.
I was like out there just talking to them, and I'm like, "Look,
Oh, oh,
spirits of whoever the hell is trying to communicate. I'm not with these people. I was tired on as a freelance. I don't
yeah.
care if you, rip their intestines out of their asses and decorate the trees with it, but just leave me to tell the story.
You're like, I don't know them. I'm not with them.
I
And
don't know
I'm
then
these people.
like,
exactly.
I'm like,
Not associated.
mm-mm.
Like,
I couldn't be bothered for it.
oh my god. So what happened after? What happened after the reading?
Mm.
Well, we saw the readings, and then
Um,
we stayed out there for a while, like
oh
till I'd
man.
say probably about 4:30 in the morning, and
Robbie out
then
in the back rooms at 4:30 in the morning.
oh yeah, and the thing is I'm like, I don't like those woods
Mm,
because that was the same ones. I'm like, I know it's out there.
Mm.
Coyotes, that
yeah.
for a fact. I was like, even if there's not a ghost that's ready to, body us in the middle of the night, I'm like, there are wild animals out here,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
there's a lot of them because you can hear in my area if you go out, especially on cooler nights.
Oh.
Pretty cool, and I there's something about it that I just love because when
Mm-hmm.
you can hear
Mm,
the coyotes and like wild dogs in the distance, I'm like, oh shoot, they're out tonight.
mm,
You can hear them just uh, lulling over like the fields hunting.
Mm-hmm.
And I specifically remember
uh-huh.
that when I was in high school, we had a moment where um, we had just watched a scary movie too. That was the awful part about it. I think we had just watched like I think it was either The Grudge or The Ring, but like the
Oh
Japanese
my god.
version,
Oh no.
and that tripped me out.
Oh
As like
my
a
god.
year old, I was like, I am horribly uncomfortable.
Oh
Like,
no.
and then my one of my friends, Zach, was like, dude, okay, I'm not trying to like be a smartass or anything, or just like get weird, but he's like, I literally just don't know where my brother is. And we're like, what are you
What
talking
the
about?
hell?
Oh
What
no.
Yeah, we're like,
what
what are
the
you talking
hell?
about? He's like, well, my he's like, my brother was out there, like out in the woods hunting. He's still
Oh
not
my
back
god.
yet. He's like, it's like midnight, and we had just got done with this movie, and I'm just like, oh, you have got to be shitting. Because I'm like, no, that checks. Like, we talked to him literally early that day, and he just never came back.
Oh my
What the
god.
fuck?
We're like,
What
okay,
the hell? What
go.
the
All right.
hell?
So we jump in the little ATV thing he has out there,
Hmm.
and the Polaris, and we drive out through the pathway. We drive out through the pathways, and we get to where his tree stand is, and we're like
Mm.
yelling for him, and we're just like, dude, where are you? And then like we finally hear him, and we shine the light up there, and he's just like sitting there, like shivering because he's been
What?
out there in the cold the whole time.
Oh
Oh
And
my
we're
no.
just like,
god.
what are you doing? Get down here.
Oh.
Like, we're like, you're not hunting anything, jackass. Like, you're,
Oh.
it's pitch dark. There's no way. Like, you should
Oh.
have came in at like, he's just like, no, you don't understand.
What?
They're, they're all around us. And we're like, what?
What?
He's like,
What?
they're everywhere.
What?
And like,
Oh my god.
he points out to into like the, out into the dark, and we use the Polaris, like, we use the spotlight to kind of look around. You
Mm-hmm.
can't
Mhm.
see them, but you can see their eyes.
Oh
Oh
no.
my god.
It was, I kid
Oh
you not,
my
it
god.
had to be at least 60 coyotes
What the
in
Nope.
a
hell?
circle around this tree. Like, we shine the light all the way around, we can see eyes gleaming in a 360 degrees around this tree.
Nope.
That's
This.
why he didn't come back, because he didn't
Oh
want to
my
get out of
god.
that tree, because he was scared to death that they were going to like maul him, or they were
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
cut him, because a coyote won't screw with you if it's by itself.
Mm.
Right.
But if it has, like 30 of his friends around, they start getting a
Oh my god.
little braver and a little bit more ballsy. And
Oh
all of a
my
sudden,
god.
things you would think they couldn't take down, like, oh, I don't think a coyote could realistically take down a deer. No, but 20 of them could.
Oh my god.
So he's like, we're just like, okay, get down. He's just like, no, dude, I'll stay up here till freaking morning if I have to. Or we're like, no, you don't understand. We are leaving. I'm not staying here till morning with you. We're jumping back in the Polaris and going home. So either you get down here or you are staying here for the rest of the night. And he, of course, quickly got out of that tree
Oh
stand
my god.
and jumped in
Oh
and like rode with us back.
Oh my god.
Again, one of those nights of no
my
sleep. But I was like, it's that weird chilling factor that
god.
knowing that, oh crap, someone's missing, they haven't shown back up.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That's that
And
horror chill feeling runs down your spine, like, oh god.
oh,
Man, nature is scary.
yeah. Like the demon coyotes of the woods, like the
Mm,
wood spirits.
Oh my god.
Scary, scary. I think that's like scary in like both ways.
Mm.
Like chilling ghost story way and like realistic nature way. Where it's
Mm-hmm.
like you're
mm,
done.
Yeah.
right. Uh,
Game over. Yeah.
uh,
Bye. Oh my god. But yeah.
Oh my
I'm
god.
glad
Yeah.
he's okay. I'm glad he's
Yeah.
okay. I'm glad he's okay. Sorry, I'm like shocked
yeah,
from
I
that
was like,
story.
I'm glad you're here, but you're also like really dumb. You should have came out
Yeah.
like you should have came out before dark, not wait till it almost gets dark, because he walked out there,
Oh,
Oh my
and
god.
then we're like a solid like mile into these woods,
oh no.
so it's like at least a you know 20-minute walk.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Plus it's like your region, so it's like extra. Like the energy of the region is like on next level. It's like double
Yeah,
the dose.
it really is.
Oh my god.
Robbie, you
Like I
just live
wouldn't do
out in
that.
Hinamizawa.
Mhm.
Exactly. Exactly. The village. Resident Evil village.
Somebody goes
Oh my
missing,
god.
Robbie goes looking for them. No, you know.
Exactly.
I'm just like, all right,
What if
I'll look for you, but I'm not gonna promise anything.
should be like a protagonist of your own game? Where it's just like instead of like confronting the horrors, you have to save people who go out to the horrors with your camera.
Oh
It just sounds
god,
like Fatal Frame, honestly. If Robbie's just a Fatal Frame
literally,
main,
God, that game freaks me out. I live it.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Oh my fatal frame. Robbie.
yeah, Robbie is like the main character of the next Fatal Frame game. I swear.
I don't
Exactly.
want to be. I'm like, I'm good. I don't want to be out here.
Oh my god. I don't know. I can't think of any other stories. Like I'm trying to think.
Oh, thank you
All
for
of
the
the.
hydrate and posture check XP. We all need to hydrate and posture check if we
Oh,
can.
yeah.
Oh, oh, thank you. That's, I needed the posture check for sure. Like curled up hearing the stories. Like, oh my gosh.
But
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. I mean, I got more, but Griffin,
Yeah.
what? I know you've got to have some like really crazy
Griffin no
ones
has
too.
so many though.
I'm trying. I do. I'm trying to think of one that was like super like next level, like weird. But
Mm,
it's funny because a lot of them were all like in Toronto, like my hometown base.
mm-hmm.
But
Mm.
living like funny because in Japan you'd expect more ghost stories here, but it's actually more chill because I feel like people take care of the spirits here, and not in North
Toronto's just
America.
wild.
They're not nearly
Exactly,
as pissed off.
exactly, exactly. Oh my god, I remember like I'm trying to think, but I remember like there was a story. So in Toronto, there's this castle, Castle Loma, and they're always like, "Oh, it's haunted, it's haunted." I'm like, "Okay, sure, 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 haunted." but but and they're always like, "It's the basement, it's the basement," and I'm like, "Yeah, of course, it's a spooky castle basement. Of course, it's haunted." But then like because I used to work there, so one day I was like hanging out with one of the like the groundskeepers. He was like a young guy.
Mhm.
He was like, "Oh, I'll take you up to the tower. It's still under construction." I'm like, "Okay." Well. We go up to this cryptic, like musty, like old castle tower. And
Oh
I'm like,
god.
wow, this is intense. Yeah. And then like so we're walking up and I keep hearing this tapping noise. Oh my god, sorry. And the tapping noise is like it's like going on the walls. And like I'm like, what is that? What is that? And he's like, oh, it's just the wood creaking or whatever. I'm like, are you sure? But it sounds like someone going like tap tap tap. I'm like, what is that noise? And then he's like, no, it's just the thing, it's just the thing. I'm like, wait, okay, okay. So, so then we go up, we go up, and the further you go up, the darker it gets because there's no windows up on the
Oh my
tower. It's just
god.
like a cone. Yeah. So we're like
Right.
halfway up there. We're like using a flashlight. It's musty. It's old. And then I literally we get up to the top and he's like, so this is it. This is where they're doing the construction. I'm like, wow, yeah, it's cool. I'm like, first, and then I halfway up there, I'm like, why is he taking me here? I'm scared. I'm scared for so many reasons. And then I was like, why did I even come up? But I was curious. You know what they say.
Mm.
And then and then halfway through, I feel like someone like grabbed my shoulder and like pulled me back.
Oh no.
And I know what else. And then I jumped. I was like, "Oh my god, did you feel that?" And then he felt like someone like smacked a rubber band on his neck,
Oh
but
god.
obviously no one was there. Yeah, and, then we like literally heard like a hello, hello, like a weird old man whispering hello, and we're like, "Oh my god!" And then we
How the
ran,
hell was
like
that?
really, like running down the stairs, like booking it, like just getting out. And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Did you hear? Like, did you hear that? Was someone there?" And he's like, yeah, but no one has access because I have the key. And I'm like, what?
Oh my god.
So I was like freaking out, and I was like, what? What is happening? What is happening? And I was like, oh my god. And then I told like the staff, like all the other staff members, like that I worked
Mm-hmm.
with, and they were like, oh, like we never heard of that. Like what? And yeah, no one's been up in the tower because it just started construction like last year, and I was like, what? Oh, what the?
Oh my god.
Cursed. It's so cursed. And I don't know. I still think to this day no one can go up to, like, it was supposed to open with that construction,
Mm-hmm.
but I think to this day it's still closed. Like they just don't let anyone up there. I was like, wow, I'm not surprised.
The spirits were
Honest,
like, bro, that's my house. Leave me alone.
right.
Exactly. Exactly. But I never felt like anything like that where it's like the physical sensation of like someone touching,
Mm-hmm.
but like it was weird. It was like I don't know. I felt like a hand, like the fingers like digging into my shoulder, and I was like,
Oh
Ooh.
god.
what the hell? Yeah, it was like it was real. I don't know, it was real. But
Oh my god.
that was already like yes. But that was like a one experience in like already like 10 years ago. So it's rare, you know, but
Oh my god.
what yeah.
I can't
I
believe
was
like
like,
it's our 2013 is 10 years ago though. Like what the fuck?
I know. No, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. It's
Time
a
as a
real scary thing.
concept.
Exactly. Oh my god. The rubber band of doom. The chat.
Walrus. Walrus say it was me.
Honestly, so good. The castle ghost.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You couldn't have paid me to go. No, I would have gone up there. I would have gone up there.
Yeah. It's like in
I,
the moment. Yeah.
I
Sorry,
could see
go
you
on.
doing that though. You'd go up there.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes like go up to the old castle tower. Like, hell yeah. But no, like, wait.
All three of
Midway
us
up
would
there,
do
you're
it.
going.
We would all do it. Like,
True, 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 true.
I don't know. I like anymore. I'm just like I'm so reluctant to do things anymore, especially when it comes to like spirit thing, like spirit hunting stuff. Because I'm just like I feel like one of these days, because it's like the more you do it, the
Right,
more
right.
like you start manifesting it. So it's like
mm-hmm.
I really do believe if you go looking for something, you will eventually find it.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like you know it's like walking into like like fight like the saloon or like Fight Club or something. And they're like, oh, you're welcome. You want to come in here?
Right.
You know, they're gonna know your face. It's like, oh, it's that guy again. Oh my god.
I
That's
Um,
mean, Robbie's the one that like the story that I have with both of you that I know you both remember is when I first met Robbie.
yeah.
Like it's when we were all on like what was it, Tiny Chat or whatever the fuck it was back in the day, and we were all on voice chat with each other, and it was the first time I had talked to Robbie, and then
Mm,
like
mm,
he was on like camera, and then like right behind him we were all like talking about like weird
oh
spirit
yeah.
stuff, and then like behind him like something you still have it in your room, you said, Robbie. It's like, and
oh yeah.
it was like swaying back and forth, and like we were like
Oh my
Griffin and I
god.
were like, Robbie, there's something moving behind you, and you're like, nope, nope, it's not, no it's not, it's not, I see it's there but it's not moving.
I
But
swear that I remember that because like I
Mm,
saw it, and I'm just like, no, no, because if you pay attention to it, it's gonna screw with you even more. So I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna pretend like that doesn't exist.
did you ever find out what it
exactly.
was?
No, I still to this day don't. My fan wasn't on.
Oh,
I didn't have a window open. There's no breeze in this room. Like, room isn't necessarily drafty. God, I wish it
Yeah.
was drafty because it's
yeah.
hot as heck in this room. Um,
Oh my
but
god.
I remember seeing it like in the like selfie camera, just
Mm-hmm.
this, and it was jumping too. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
just like swaying. It was like bounce. It looked like the string was bouncing, and it's the
Yeah.
red string hanging off of this charm.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It was
It's like a
trying to get your
wooden.
attention, man, and we kept saying like, "Hey, Robbie, it's moving." You're like, "No, no, no,
No,
no."
it's not.
Exactly. I
What,
remember.
what
Also,
character is that? What is it? Is it Nekomimi,
oh
the
yeah,
the photographer guy? But
Oh
it's just
oh
like
yeah.
yeah,
spirits can't like the spirits keep trying to mess with him, but his power is literally that he's oblivious to it, or
Mm-hmm.
he
yeah,
pretends like they don't exist, so they can't manifest around him
Yeah.
because he just pretends like they don't exist, even if he's like, yeah, I'm sure they're there, but they're not there.
That's you. Like,
exactly. That's you.
It's literally like a battler
That's
from
you.
Umineko power, like uses magic, denies the hell out of it.
You. That's you. Oh,
so
but you
Robbie,
have
your
to.
turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah.
There's gotta be there's a few there's some more ones. Also, I just sent the one thing in the chat. I don't know why, but it made me think of it.
Oh, what's?
When
Oh
we
my
were
God.
talking about like you ever notice like Japanese and like European cryptids are always like really happy, like gnomes and like, cute little things, and it's like American
Wait,
cryptids
wait, wait. I'm gonna
are
put this on
like
stream.
yeah, like American cryptids are like actual nightmare fuel.
Exactly. There's a few cryptids I can think of in North America where it's like I can't even name them because it's gonna bring like severe misfortune upon all of us. So it's like that level of like
Yeah,
cursed.
exactly that one. It's just like, oh, we're whimsical creatures. Let's invite them for tea. Boy, thank you. We'd love some tea. Meanwhile, Americans like, this is the last forest you're gonna haunt, you son of a bitch. It's like LMAO. I'm gonna fuck your corpse when I'm done. Like, I feel like that's my entire experience.
Exactly.
Because I'm like, hey, I
You
want to
live
be
in
friends.
Ohio, man. Like you're out in it. Like it's you don't ask for it. You're not asking for it. You're just there with it.
Yeah, like
You
I'm like, oh,
coexist with it.
I'd love to go and party with Bigfoot, and Bigfoot's like, I will literally use your head like a fucking beach ball. And I was like, oh, okay, great. Um, guess I'll,
Exactly.
guess I'll just leave you alone then. And he's like,
Well,
no,
Siren Head
no.
though, like would smash. Like I like Siren Head. Like,
Mm.
yeah,
Oh
Walrus.
yeah,
Robbie
right.
lives in Ohio. Sorry, I was like trying to say Walrus and Robbie at the same time. Yes,
I
he
mean,
lives in Ohio.
You.
yes. Oh, actually, that's another good one.
What?
Um, so I
Oh.
don't know anybody who is actually familiar with Ohio might be familiar with the
Mm.
Haunted Ohio books.
Oh.
Um,
Oh. I don't know.
they what's the best way? Crap, I'll have to figure out a. I'll have to
Mm.
find the thing for the link for them. But
Mm.
Mm.
my friend's house is actually in one of those books.
Oh
They were
my
really
God.
Whoa.
popular. Yeah, they were really
Wow.
popular um when we were growing up,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously because they were about Ohio, and we're like, oh yeah, but no, specifically our area had one in it, and
Oh
we're
my
just
God.
like, oh, that's
That
cool.
makes so much
Like,
sense.
no, it's terrifying because it was like his mom had actually experienced, like he'd experienced stuff, but his mom actually experienced like an actual poltergeist because something pushed
Oh.
her down the stairs.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So
Wow.
um
Wow.
she but I guess as the story goes is
Mm.
the woman who lived there, she got into an accident, like a drunk driving accident,
Mm.
and in
Mm.
doing so accidentally killed a child.
Oh God.
Oh
And
my God.
in just the kind of guilt and grief, she ended up you know,
Wow.
committing suicide, unfortunately.
Mm.
Mm.
And I remember like Brad growing up in that house was like, yeah, so that's a thing. And like I thought he used to just tell us that just to mess with
Mm.
us whenever we'd stay the night.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm.
like we come up and like there's a picture of it like in the book of his
Oh my
house.
God.
And
Oh
I'm like,
god.
oh God.
God.
No, he wasn't kidding.
Wow.
And I remember like just yeah, one time he was like, "Oh yeah, we totally had the something pushed my mom like down the stairs." And I
Mm.
was like, okay, so why are you still living there?
Oh my
I'm
god.
genuinely, I'm genuinely curious why you would even remotely still live in that house. Like,
Exactly. Oh my God, that's both like
yeah,
terrifying
so that's
and
the
sad
actual book.
and
Hold on, I'm
yeah. Oh
posting. I'm,
wow.
I'm putting. There's
It's
gonna
like,
be so much on this screen at the end of the stream.
yeah. Well, there's like four of them too.
Oh my God. I need books.
I'm gonna put it right above Robbie.
There you go.
Yes.
Haunted Ohio.
I'm like, I promise. As much as it feels
Yes.
like I wrote this book, I did not. Yeah,
That's
like it
okay.
was like a solid it was like a
Oh
solid
my God.
solid like flight of stairs, like from the top of the stairs, like
Oh
Oh.
and
God.
she was hurt, like she went to the hospital over it,
What the hell?
and like it shook her up really bad. But I was like, okay, there's a difference of shaking you up really bad and being like that'd rock me to the core. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
like,
would
you're way
know.
braver than I am.
It's like
Oh
people in
my
those like
God.
haunted like show like house shows that are like, oh yeah, I'm not moving. I just want it taken care of. I'm like, bro, just burn the house down at this point. Like,
I feel like nowadays though, like with the
Purification.
current housing market, everybody's like, look, I'll deal with it.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be me. Like if I actually like was able to like buy the house, like buy a
Yeah.
house and live in it. If it was like, oh yeah, it turned out to be haunted, and like I don't know, there's just ghosts banging on, banging on closet doors and like sounds of eldritch screams coming from down the hallway. I'm gonna be like, motherfucker, do you pay rent? Shut the hell up. Like
In
I'd
this
get real
economy,
ballsy if yeah, in this economy, I'd get a lot more ballsy if my place was haunted. So you know what? It makes sense. She
Walrus
probably got that
says that's actually insane. I would have left the house forever. I wouldn't even try to sell it. I would just give it away, dude. I would try to riz up the ghost Walrus.
right. Exactly. Like I'm just like, I'm like, are you paying for this house? No. No, you're in my house. Settle your ass down.
Dude
Just get
starts
a
paying
broom.
rent though, man. Like if the ghosts start paying rent, I'd let them. I'd be like, you know what? All right, like
I'm like, you pay rent, you can smear the blood, like you can smear blood on the walls and like,
Exactly.
make the windows melt. Like, I don't care. Do whatever you want. Just pay rent.
Exactly. Oh my God. If they make noises, just bang on the wall with a broom, like, hey, keep it down.
Walrus,
Oh my
what
God.
the fuck, bro?
Oh my God.
Look,
Wow.
may or may not be in my top my top sexual fantasies is
Oh my
I don't know if anybody remembers the scene from Ghostbusters where he's laying in that bed and then like the Victorian ghost like appears above him and then starts unzipping his pants. I'm like, joke's on you, I'm into that shit.
God.
My community just. Oh, I'm sorry, Muffin. This was sure a time to come back to
Oh
stream.
my god, that was the perfect time. Sure was a time to come back to the stream. Yes, it was.
It was perfect.
Walrus says, "Bro, the scene in Ghostbusters was like an awakening for me."
Right. It's just like, oh, that did things for me. That shaped
Oh
my
my God.
messed up personality to what it is now.
For real, I know that
Oh,
feeling.
oh my gosh. No judgment, no judgment.
Hell no.
Yeah, no judgment here. You know, my chat and we all understand.
Yes. I'm like low key losing it because like during the time we've been on call, there's been like 7 billion things happening here at my house. Like
Oh no.
there's been like like 20 million visitors and like the mail and like phone calls and I'm like what? See they beef again. I'm like what?
It's like, what
Did
is here? Like,
they
all of a
not
sudden,
want to talk?
everything decides to show up when you're, talking about ghosts and stories and stuff, and it's like, okay, please stop.
I'm like, it's never this busy. Why is everything happening at once? It's like it doesn't want me to like talk about the stuff. Like oh my god.
Hmm.
The
I gotta find the list of like I gotta find a
oh
list
yeah,
of
yeah.
stuff that
Oh
I literally wrote some stuff down to be like, okay, there's so many weird like cryptid and ghost stories we have in this area that I'm like I'm
yeah.
trying to keep track of them.
I remember like I just thought like I was thinking like when we were first hanging out in Ohio, I was like, wow, there's like so much stuff going on here. It's like the cryptid capital of USA. And then like a few years later on the internet, everyone else started catching on, and there was like all these memes about like cryptid Ohio and like
Mm-hmm.
Ohio Gothic,
Mm-hmm.
haunted Ohio. I'm like, what? But now then there's even the book I see, and I'm like, so it's not just like an us phenomenon. It's like a shared cultural phenomenon of like the
Right.
vibes of Ohio
Ohio is
being
its
like,
own world. Walrus,
Unfortunately,
no,
it
you
really
do
is.
not want to do that. You do not want to do that,
oh no no
Walrus.
no
Oof.
no seance. Oh
Ohio
god,
itself
Like
is a cryptid, though.
that
it
would make
is. It's like how like in Greek mythology, like the river Styx is its own deity, and Ohio is its own cryptid, its own being. It's just like once you're in it, you can't get out.
Right.
you really can't. To be honest.
No.
Uh,
But
um.
Robbie, what's the
Ooh.
story with the one that like I always freaks me out is like the one with the deer where the deer was literally like telling you to go back. Like Artemis was like, "Bro, just go
Oh.
oh
back."
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Oh god. So um, we had this one point where we were going, we were just
mm,
driving down the road again. Same
mm,
stupidly late night, actually around this time of year, and everybody's like, "Oh, I really want to like go down towards Crybaby Bridge. That would be really fun."
oh
Like, no, that
oh
is a
no.
horrible idea. Why would you do that?
Oh, can you explain what Crybaby Bridge is to the chat?
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
Crybaby Bridge, I've heard there's like a bunch of them. Like it's hard
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah.
pinpoint where the actual original story, but there's always some kind of bridge that's named Crybaby Bridge. I swear, I've been to like three of them in Ohio alone,
Mm.
and I heard there's one in Pennsylvania too that my friend talked about, and I was like, maybe it's like a spiritual plane that we all just walk into unknowingly.
Also,
Um,
wait
True.
1 second.
but
Muffin says, ever
Oh,
since Cleveland messed with the river to the point of it set on fire, Ohio has not been happy spiritually.
oh
that's
no.
actually a
Oh
good
no.
point.
That
Like
makes sense.
they have not done kind things to like the Ohio River. Like
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
it is awful.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I would land is probably cursed because it's really ticked off. Like
Yeah.
I don't
Exactly.
blame it.
Exactly.
But yeah, like Crybaby Bridge is the story goes is that someone ran off someone ran off the bridge
Mm,
into like the river below, and it
mm,
was a woman and her baby,
mm,
like a recently born baby. And then the whole like story goes, or what you're supposed to do, the ritual is like you drive there, you sit in front
mm.
of the bridge or on the bridge, and you take your keys out and you set your keys on the hood of the
I
car.
remember.
Oh my
And then
god.
you can like
Oh,
if you get its attention, the baby will start playing with the keys, and it will move the keys across the hood of your car.
Fuck that.
no, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh
I was
my
like, oh,
god. Oh
ugh,
my god.
that one freaked me out. I'm like, no, 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 no. I don't like
Yeah,
that with child spirits.
Nope.
yeah. Let the
Not
babies rest.
not in a like, oh, let's mess with it and see if it finds out. I'm like, no. Child spirits are very volatile. Like
Mm-hmm.
they don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
So,
Last one.
but yeah,
Oh my.
we had that one.
Mm.
But we went down there and they were like, "Oh yeah, let's go to Crybaby Bridge." I'm like, "No, I don't want to do that." And they were just like, "Oh," they're like, "Come on, it'll be fun." And I'm just like, "That sounds like a horrible idea." Like I don't know, something just really like kind of irks me and bugs me about it. And
Mm.
then as we're going down that way, they're like, "Come on, turn down the road, turn down
Oh.
Jacoby Road." And I was like, "Ah, crap. Okay."
Oh.
I was like, "I'll drive down that way, but I'm not stopping the car. Like you can kiss my
Mm.
ass." Like like because they're like, "Oh yeah, we can stop the car and get out." I'm like, no, I'm
No.
driving. Like we will pass by it, but I'm not getting out."
Yeah.
And as we're coming up to that road, they were just like, "Come on, we gotta do it." It was like it'd be the perfect way to like end October.
Oh my
Oh
And
god.
no.
just as we said that,
Yeah.
we come up to we come up to the crossing. There's a deer standing over by the intersection sign, and it literally like looks up at us and it shakes its head from one side to the other
Oh my
twice,
gosh.
as in
Oh
like
my god.
saying don't do it.
Oh my
No.
And then
goodness.
me, Alan, and Clarice all saw it, and
Yeah.
all three of us, like even them who were all like gung-ho about it, were like, okay, that freaked me out. Like, is anybody else getting that deer saying telling us to fuck off right now? Like, and we were just like, yes, like all three of us saw it, and we still talk about it to this day. They're
The
just like, that freaked me
forest
out.
literally was like, go home.
Yeah, I'm like, that was some divine intervention of like the
Yeah.
forest spirits being like, fuck around and find out. That's all I'm saying. Like,
They were
like
like,
don't play
if you
games.
continue to go, we warned you.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, you go and do it. Like, but
The
don't say
force
I
was
didn't
like,
do you any favors.
exactly. They're like, we like you, Robbie, so we're gonna warn you, but can't guarantee about the other things.
Right. It's like by laws of the forest, I am obligated to tell you not to, but I can't stop you.
Walrus says, I tend to fuck around, and when I find out, I'm like, oh man, yeah, I shouldn't have done that, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
that's always how it be.
Exactly.
Oh, I did find a couple of pictures.
Ooh, share.
My,
Oh, nice,
let
nice.
me let me see if they're. Hopefully, they're big. Then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these are much smaller.
Oh,
I was like, hopefully, I
yeah.
didn't get my. I actually took this picture when we were uh doing a little bit of night photography and like ghost hunting. That was during one of the days, but this is one of the bridges.
Was,
We actually used to swim under this bridge,
oh,
so
oh my god, that
pretty
picture
familiar
is
with it.
Oh my god, this
that picture
picture's
is cursed.
cursed. Hold on, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put it on stream for
Like,
everybody. Hold on.
So
oh
that is
my god,
actually it's pitch dark, and the
I can
only thing that's
feel.
causing that light is the moon.
Oh my god.
Like it is it is pitch dark down there. You cannot see a
Oh,
thing. And but like that was a long exposure. I literally had the
oh god.
exposure open for about 10 seconds, and then
Wow.
I got that like image.
You can
Just
feel
putting
it
the
from like
image
the
over
photo
me
alone.
for now.
Yeah, I'm like we can shrink it down here in a bit, but like yeah, if you just and that's like near my house.
That,
Oh
that,
That
that
is
picture
definitely an
could be
album cover.
Vesper says that picture could be an album cover.
It really could. We'll
on the
just call
album,
it.
The Veil. Oh,
Yeah, we'll just call it the veil. That's the
Dude, the fact that that's
that's
at
our.
night is wild.
Mhm.
yeah.
Remember taking
Dude,
that
it
one.
looks like there's like stuff
Wow.
in that photo. Like, not like there's like things
Yeah.
just like in the like there's like just stuff. Oh god, like oh god.
It's like if I had, if it's like if you exposed it a little longer, you see like 10,000 spirits like
Because
watching
they're
you.
just
I don't
walking
know.
across the street. They're like, "Why are you here, dude?" Like they look at you like, "Dude, what are you
Well,
doing?"
we kept thinking we saw spirit orbs, so we were trying to get a picture of them.
I
Oh
see
my
one.
god.
I don't know if that's just the camera or if it's like actually one. I see
Oh
one, but it could be
Um,
the exposure from the camera.
yeah.
honestly, it's hard to tell.
Spooky.
Like we were trying to record the spirit orbs, and
Mm.
then we
Mm,
also, oh god, we went down by the docks, and that was the one where I'm like, being over water freaks me out.
yeah.
That's because I used to watch too much like Friday the 13th when I was a kid, so I'm just like, something's definitely gonna come up and pull me under. So that's the other one.
Oh what is this picture?
Wait, let
My
me
Yeah,
see.
god.
that one was
Oh
where we
my
were
Dear
god.
dying.
God. Okay, I'm adding this one too.
The vibes.
Robbie pulls up
The
with
Like,
vibes.
receipts. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
like
just stories. We have receipts up in here.
yeah,
exactly.
we stared into the abyss, and it very much stared back at us.
Yeah. What is
It
this
challenged
pic-
us. It was
I feel my life like would
like,
slip
yeah.
away if I was there.
I show people some of these pictures, and they're like, "Look, how can you have a picture of nothing, but it still freaks me out?" They're like, "I
Dude,
feel
this
like
is like some
something's going."
liminal space shit.
Yeah, they
It's
were
like
like, "Something's about to come out of that darkness." I'm like, "You can't see the end of the pier."
What
I'm
the
like, "It is pitch
fuck?
dark."
Jesus.
And
What
that was
the
me using the
hell?
flash.
Oh my god. Oh my
God.
god. Oh my god. Oh man, you could speaking of photos, I have one really crazy photo.
Let's
Hold on,
see
I'll
it.
send it. Yeah. So one time I was on a trip to Vancouver for a thing, and my mom was at home and she took a picture of my sister's cat
Oh,
and
this
she emailed
one.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And she was like, "What is that on Cleo? A fairy?" And I zoom in. I'm like, "What is that?" It looks like
Oh
the
God,
most cursed fairy
I
in the world.
remember this photo.
Yeah, yeah. I still don't know what that is.
that little thing
And
by her face.
yeah, and some
That's the
people
totally a
can't see
fairy.
it.
Yeah, I remember you
Yeah,
showing it to me. You're like, "Can you see the thing on the cat?" And I was like, "Yeah." And you're like, "Some people can't see it."
yeah.
I mean, it
That
very
that
much does look
bothers
like
me.
a little tiny figure with like a robe and a
Yeah.
mask on. To me, that's what it
Yeah,
looks like.
Yeah.
you see, with like a little like moth antenna, but just like one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, that's freaky.
it's like a weird little like
Walrus
Mothman
sees it. Yeah.
tiny.
Walrus
Oh
sees
my
it.
god, I'm glad you see.
Yeah, no, I'm like, oh, that's
Oh my god. Yeah, and we and we lived when this picture was taken. We lived next to like an old forest, so I'm like,
oh
honestly,
yeah,
yeah, the it's like
sacrificial force.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm like maybe it's like a forest spirit, like it
I do
just
miss that
hopped in.
forest. We're gonna
She
have to
Yeah,
says
go.
it
We're
looks
gonna have
like
to
a
go
sad
back
little
there.
dude.
yeah,
It does.
it
We're gonna have
does.
to go back to that forest at some point. Like next time you're back in North America, just be like, we'll road
Yeah,
trip it
we have to.
straight up. That actually just sounds like fun. See,
Yeah.
that's when I will like get back into like doing some spiritual like stuff. Is like, all right, I need some protection though, because I'm like, one, it's guaranteed to happen when we're all together, but two,
Exactly.
like, because that stuff definitely manifests when we're all together. But
Every
even more
time.
so, yeah, even more so if we go back to these old spots.
Walrus kind of tag along. Dude, you might not make it out alive if you're with us. Like, honestly.
The spirits go for
Walrus said,
like
"Look, if that's how I go, that's how I go. Some people go out getting hit by buses. I want to go out being embodied by spirits. Way better
oh,
story."
Yeah.
true, true. We need to we need to just like I
Oh,
feel like
Muffin's like, I would volunteer to come along, but I don't have another worker in the group. Would be a good. Oh yeah, Muffin's a spirit worker
oh
as well.
no.
Like he's a spirit worker,
Double.
so we'd all just be it'd be over.
We'd be
XP's
in the
like,
spirit world.
we would be in the spirit world. XP says y'all can have that. It's okay, XP. I know.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. True, true.
Oh god.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
interesting um ghost situation
Mm-hmm.
was,
Mhm.
remember when I came up and visited you and
Yeah.
I actually went um to the Stanley Hotel?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I remember. I
Yeah.
didn't get to go with you. You went by
Yes.
yourself. What happened? You never
Yeah.
told us. You were like, "Bro, never
Well, no,
again."
because I was
You're like, I'm
like,
not talking about it.
because I was like, uh, who was all
Oh,
there?
It was just you. You went with my parents. Like you
Yeah.
just
Okay.
because
Yeah.
it was
yeah.
also like early and it was like it was cold and I was having a flare up. So you're like, I'm going to the Stanley. We're like broken luck. And then you came back and you told I'm not again. You were just like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to go again. You got pictures too, but you're like you had like one
Oh,
photo of like the hallway and you're like, nope, nope.
Yeah. I got
the
like one
1,000 yard
in the
stare.
hallway, but literally while I was up there, I was like, I am genuinely like creeped out up here. Um,
Oh my
where was it? Oh, I have one in here.
god. Mm.
It's a beautiful hotel, but there's
Yeah.
one particular thing that got me really bad, and it's I was actually in the bathroom.
Oh
Oh.
no.
Oh no.
I remember, and your dad can even attest to this. He saw it,
Oh
Oh
god.
shit.
and that's when,
Oh god.
again, this is why I like sharing these stories, because this isn't just like, oh, I saw it. I'm
Yeah,
like, no,
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
with other people. They can corroborate this. That's the ones that I like to share the most, because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
this wasn't just
Yeah.
hallucinating or just being like, oh, it was a weird thing. It only happened to you. It's, no, it happened.
Yeah.
Somebody else was able to see it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But when we were in the bathroom, it was that bracelet you actually made me, that green and yellow
Oh
beaded
yeah.
bracelet. Yeah,
Oh my
so
god.
I had that on my wrist, and it's not like it was super tight or anything or super like taut.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going into the bathroom and just like sitting there, and I kind of like looked at my I was kind of like looking at my face in the mirror for a minute and
Mm-hmm.
just
Oh
kind
my
of
god.
like, just kind of like adjusting my hair and stuff, and then
Mm.
literally went to like look down, went to go reach for the faucet,
Oh
and
my
that
god.
bracelet exploded. Like
Oh
Oh
it
my
god.
snapped
god.
and it
Oh
sent
my
the beads
god.
everywhere. Like it wasn't just
No.
like, oh, it snapped and they all fell off. Like no, it was
No.
like it something pulled on it, and when it would just went and like
No
they
way.
went all over the place. They fell on like into the sink and onto the ground, and
So
yeah,
that's
literally
what
your dad
happened
was
to that
like,
Yeah.
bracelet.
yes, I
Oh
actually
my
still
god.
have the beads. I collected as many beads as I could and put them
Oh.
in my pocket. But even your dad was
Yeah.
like, okay, that was weird. That was really weird.
Oh god.
Man, that bracelet like took a nuke from the spirit.
Like
Like
Yeah,
so it
I
seriously.
didn't
was like,
attack you.
because it was literally a spiritual bracelet. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
literally
It
that took
protected you.
the brunt of whatever was pissed off at me
Yeah.
in that
Oh
hallway.
my god.
I think Griffin
That's
had one
guarded you.
too. I think we all had
Yeah.
one at one
Yeah,
point.
no, I
I think
think
so.
Robbie's
a
exploded. I don't know where mine is. I
I
think
think
mine
a similar
broke.
thing happened. Yeah. It protected us from like catastrophes. I'm like I swear. Because I remember I don't think mine exploded as dramatically, but I remember like it was in like a bad situation. And then
Mhm.
it was on oh my god. Something just like fell in the room I was in. I'm scared.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Also, here's the
And
photo from Robbie. Got this for
oh yes.
chat. This is
Oh god.
this is the
Okay.
Stanley,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where they
Oh my
filmed The
god.
Shining.
Yeah. I arrested him.
But yeah, that was
Scary.
one of the pictures I got in
Yeah.
there.
Oh my god.
That was like one of
Awful.
the first
That's
pictures I
cool.
took, and then
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ooh, that's
Mm.
kind of spooky. And then was like, I like adjusted the lighting, and it doesn't get much better. Like
Oh
even
my
with it
god.
brighter, I was like, it's still kind of creepy in here. And then
The
like
vibes.
XP.
the
The
warp
Shining
view.
is a Stephen King novel, and then it was turned into a movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm surprised Ash hasn't had you guys watch it yet.
Oh.
It
Well,
was it
you
was
should
filmed at the
rewatch.
Stanley. It was filmed at the Stanley as well.
yeah, good movie.
Yeah.
Like it's a definitely
Yeah.
one of those like cinematically like masterpiece ones.
Crazy.
I like it a lot. Like I had an I definitely got more of appreciation after being there because I was like, okay, no, this place like legitimately is kind of freaky and very much haunted.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I
very
was wondering
good
what
old
happened to
Stanley
that bracelet
Kubrick.
because you never shared that. Like you came back from the Stanley like changed. You were like, no.
Because I was like, it shook me, and I remember I just put the beads in a bag and then put that bag in my suitcase and
Yeah.
just left it there. And then I was
Yeah.
like, well, I didn't want to like. I felt
No.
bad because you made it for him and it exploded, and I was like,
No, it saved your life.
how do I? Yeah, I was like, how
Yeah.
do I explain this?
Exactly.
Bro, that was the point of the bracelets was like to protect our asses when we were
Yeah.
going to do stupid shit.
Absorb the shock.
Seriously.
Exactly. Oh my god. With the fall.
Mm.
Man,
Um,
yeah, I forgot about that. I was like, oh
um,
man, that was something that straight up tried to. See, when it does try to touch me, luckily I have some spiritual items to absorb the blow.
Yeah.
exactly. Oh my god. I like how like most people have like one or two stories and we're just like this happened this month, this happened the next month. This
We
was
got
last
stuff
week.
all the time. Yeah, we're like yesterday, some spirit tried to climb in my window. Just,
Oh my god. So wild out here.
I have
Oh
a
man,
story
what a
with Robbie that
Oh yes.
Robbie was there, and it happened twice. So like Robbie was there, and then the second time Vesper was there. So
Mm,
this is I'm not gonna share the entire thing because it goes on like it's a long story, but like the part with Robbie was it was Third Bridge. Like
yeah.
oh god.
we the first time we went, like we were releasing a child spirit, and it was
Mm,
like I remember the night that night when we were at the house, Robbie. You're like, okay, I had a dream of how to do this because you're like, I'm gonna go lay down and let the ancestors tell me how to handle this. And I was like, okay, cool. And then you're like, okay, I know
mm,
how to handle this. And we no, I didn't capture one more. It's like it's a lot
no.
there's a whole story behind this, but we had to release a child spirit that was like attached and stuck to me. So
Yeah.
we went to Third Bridge and we followed all of the signs and stuff to get there, and we assumed that we got there because like when we did, we got out the car, we took like a little like the paper doll we had made and the lighter we had
Mm,
brought, and we
Hmm.
lit this thing up, and it burned like completely. There was like nothing left. Yeah, like it, because I was worried. I was like, I don't want to set the trees over here on fire.
Right.
I was like, I don't want to set all this on fire. But then like when we
mm,
after we did it, it was we went down. Remember, we went down. We started like the whole story. I'll just say there was like cars involved in the first time. It makes more sense if I tell the whole story, but it's very long. So
yeah.
basically, there was a little child that was supposed to be going off to the afterlife, and it got attached to me. And
Mm,
Robbie and I ended up releasing it back to whatever wherever she needed to go. But when
mm,
we finished doing the thing with the paper doll, we drove down like the road for Third Bridge for like a little bit longer, and it just
mm.
turned into it was pitch black. I don't know if you remember, Robbie, like there was no light, there was nothing.
Oh
It
yeah.
was yeah, it was just
No.
pitch black. And we were like, this isn't good. Like we can't see. Like we don't know what we're doing. So we kept going down the road, and eventually Robbie's like, all right, we have to figure out how to get back. Like we gotta just turn around and go back. So you do a 3 point turn,
Mm-hmm.
and we start
You're very
going
good at those
down.
lately.
We start going back down the other way, but out of nowhere a car shows up behind us, and there was like nothing, no,
Oh
like there was
my
no one behind us or anything before this, and like
god.
a car shows up behind us and follows us for a while,
No.
and
No.
we
First handler.
started yeah we
Mm,
chose to turn off on another road to see if they would
mm,
follow us, and they did. They followed us down that road, and then
oh my god.
there was a gas station on that road, and
Mm,
we passed the gas station. The person or whatever it was, we don't think it was a person, turned into
mm,
the gas station, and then Robbie was like, all right, we got to go back because we're running out of gas, and two, it's like 4 in the morning, surprise surprise. um and when we went back, where there should have been a car, there was no car. Like the car was gone. Even going down the road, like if you remember, Robbie, there was no car, but we came across like those horses. Remember? Like we had pictures
Yeah.
of the horses that were just like
Oh
waiting for
my god.
us.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
Like
god. Oh my
there was
god.
I have a picture of it somewhere on my external drive. I can't pull it up right now, but like there was just these horses because Robbie was like, look next to you. I was like, I don't want to. He was like, no, 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 look next to you.
Oh, like, oh, look at it.
And
Oh,
then there was just these horses like waiting there. And then like Robbie, you were like, I have never seen horses be so quiet, just standing there like looking at people. And we were just like we
my
took
god.
pictures of that, and then we finally drove back, and we did release the spirit, but then the second time we went back to Third Bridge, we did it again with Vesper this time, and we drove
Mm-hmm.
down the road again, and it was a completely different road. It was completely different. Like we drove down it, and Robbie and I were like, this is not right. Like this is not the same place. There's like I remember it was just completely different, and like Vesper had been there only the one time, so we were like, this isn't the way it was the first time. And then like I don't remember anything. What else? There was stuff that happened that night. I just don't remember. I just remember we got spirited away again. Like
Oh
Like
God, yeah.
reverse Cinderella.
We just we kept
Reverse,
going down these
reverse Cinderella.
really long roads, just with like
mhm.
nothing around them,
Yeah.
like just stretched out so far.
And like the second time we went with Vesper, remember it turned into like hills. Cause remember the first time it was just a straight road. And then it was
Yeah.
hills, and we were just like, going up and down these hills. Like, what the fuck?
Well, remember we heard footsteps
Well, that's good.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
when we were outside the car. I remember I
Mm-hmm.
was
Oh,
like, we need to get back into the car right
Yep,
now
oh my.
I
because I got
remember
freaked
that.
out because
You were like, nope.
Yeah.
I was like, it kept felt like something was walking down the road like
Mm-hmm.
towards us, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, whatever's here, I'm gonna give it its alone time.
Oh my god.
I'm like, yeah, this is its road now.
It's
We
been
are just
its
visiting.
road.
So good.
Yeah, like there's a like I said, chat. There's a whole story about that. Well, next time we have stream, I'll do it in ASMR for you because it's like a hour and a half long story. But
Mm-hmm.
it
It's
is
a long.
it is a very long story. But we got spirited away twice, man. Like there was
Yeah.
it was a done deal. I don't know, like Walrus says I would have stayed. Like I would have died or befriended. I mean, that's literally what we do. We either could we've none of us have died yet, so we
I'm
just
like,
befriend it or leave it.
yeah.
Hi, runner. But yeah,
Hello.
that is the Walrus is a horror movie protagonist.
Yes.
Oh man, I'm like looking at the list of stuff. So there's okay. So like the big um ones in my area.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there's some of the bigger stories in our area and the cryptids that we all saw.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's like so many of them, but I think the biggest ones that we've seen are so we have one called Kid in Black, uh, the cemetery simian
Oh my
or
god.
cemetery ape.
I remember you telling me
Um,
about that one.
yeah, the cemetery moving stone pillar. That cemetery is like got some crazy stuff around it.
It's all sound awful.
Yeah, like there's the moving stone pillar down in the cemetery. Um, not really as much of a story, but the simple fact that they found a person. Somebody was murdered in my friend's house, like
What?
back in the 80s, and then the
What?
body was found in the wood pile. Like the dude cut up the body and put it in the wood
What
pile.
the
And
hell?
then
What
my
the
friend my
hell?
friend tells me this at like um my friend tells me this at like the first time, like one of the first few times we ever met. So I thought they were messing with me,
Hmm.
and then like everybody else is like, no, that actually happened. And I was like, okay, yeah, haha. I'm like, funny joke, and they're like, no, I'm being dead serious. Like, they actually pulled up like an old newspaper they had of it, and I'm just like, what the hell? This is like right. This is, I mean, hell, this is even we watched uh before we watched Higurashi.
Oh my
So
Oh my
god.
we
god.
watched
Oh my god.
Higurashi, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh, finding out about like chopped up bodies and murders and like,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
like just all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm just like, that's why I resonated so hard with that show because I'm
You
like,
live in Hinamizawa.
yeah, I lived it. Yeah, I'm just like, what the heck? It
Ohio is
really is.
Hinamizawa.
Yeah, like that whole story. Like that's I feel like that's been my life over the years. It's just like some kind of mystery, and I'm trying to piece it together while also just not dying.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my god, Robbie, as soon as you said that, like there was a really scary crow outside and I was like, whoa, whoa, and I was like saying something in English. I'm like, what
Oh,
is
what?
that noise? And it's a crow.
Oh my
Japanese
god.
crow talking in English? That is pretty freaky.
Scary.
Everything's
Oh my
happening
god.
all at once for Gwyffin over in Japan. Like,
You know.
The crows are going crazy outside. I'm like, what? And then they're talking about like the unfortunate person who into that story, that like crows started going crazy. And I was
oh
like, oh
my god.
my god,
That's oof,
oh my
creepy.
god. Okay.
Always two crows there.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
XP has
Well,
redeemed
yeah.
stretch. We all need to stretch. We need to just
Nope,
do a
yep.
quick
I can
Okay,
stretch.
yes, yes. The minute. Oh
stretch.
Thank you,
my gosh.
So
XP.
I
Oh
guess
Thank
god.
another
you,
good one,
XP.
a good story would be like the Kid in Black is a good one. So again, this is one of those that I can have multiple people attest to.
Mm-hmm.
We all saw it, and this is back when we all first kind of moved into the area.
Mm-hmm.
Because my buddy Steve moved in like a year or two before I did, and then my other friend Alan, who funnily enough, Alan was the same. It's the same Alan who saw the deer shake its head at us. So he's been part of multiple. He's been part of multiple cryptid stories. Now that I think about it,
Do all these kids
he,
do not kid, do all these people still live in Ohio with around you or have they
yeah,
moved?
like
Oh, okay.
well, um, live in different areas now. We don't all live in the same area, but yeah,
Yeah.
most of them are still in Ohio.
Mm.
Oh
Uh,
my gosh.
Made
so
in
the Kid in
Ohio.
Black. Oh yes, actually the Kid in Black is I think is similar to the black eyed children.
Oh
I don't know if
god.
anybody's familiar with those cryptids, but
Yeah.
they're children that you will be spotted like walking down roads or just like
They'll come to your door
seemingly non
too.
yeah like coming to the door and they just have
Yeah.
black eyes,
Mm-hmm.
just completely black sclera, like no pupils. They're just like yeah, like black eyed kids. Yeah, I've actually heard of those. So I think this might be what that was,
Oh
but
my god.
I specifically remember, and this is in broad daylight too. That's the thing.
Oh my
That's the thing
god.
that freaked me out.
Yeah,
Is
that's next level.
we're all walking down. We're all walking down the road near my house, and we always would just you know walk everywhere in my area. And
Mm-hmm.
every time we'd come down there, we'd always meet right over by the opera house.
Mm-hmm.
And I specifically remember we're
Hmm.
standing in the middle of the road. We all start talking, and then me and Steve look down the road, and we see this kid standing over by
No.
schoolhouse. And this is the middle of summer. This is the middle of summer right now. It is a kid dressed in like a black, let's say like a turtleneck, like a black sweater, like a completely
God.
black long sleeve sweater,
My
and
god.
like black pants, black
No.
ball cap, and sunglasses. So what makes me think it was like the black eyed children is because we could not see his eyes. I
Oh
don't know
no.
if it, yeah, I don't know if it was sunglasses or that's just what it looked like.
Oh god.
Like thinking
I,
about it now, I'm just like, oh God, I don't know if he was actually wearing sunglasses. What if his eyes were just pitch black?
Oh
yeah,
dear
I mean, like
god.
Or he was
that.
wearing the sunglasses to hide his eyes.
Yeah,
But we saw him and we're like, yeah, he was literally like completely head to toe in black except
I
for
was
his
playing a
face
black
and hands.
hole.
Like jet, but
yeah,
it was jet black. Like
yeah,
one of those ones that you're like the goth kids like that's the kind of black clothes like you strive for as a goth kid. You're just like, damn, I want the jet black, the blackest of black to wear.
is that
That's
like
what this kid was wearing.
Vanta Black?
Um,
Mm.
so we remember seeing this kid, and I was like, is that freaking Alan? What the hell is he doing? He's got to be burning up in that thing. We're like, Alan, we scream at him, Alan. No answer. He's just standing there staring off. We're like, Alan. And remember, we're like the only kids that live in town at this point. And I was just like, okay, who the hell is that? And I was like, I don't think that's Alan. And then sure enough, Alan comes walking down the road and we're just like, okay. I'm like, Alan, who's that? He's like, I don't know. And I was just like, okay. Get
And,
I'm like, get call. I was like, see if you can get a hold of like Chris or something. See if you can hit him on the walkie-talkie because we used to have like walkie-talkies that linked up to all our houses.
Oh, Robbie, Albie's asking, was it he's super tall because he says this I saw this dude like 2 nights ago, pitch black dude with only a smile and was freakishly tall.
Oof, that's freaky. Um, to be honest, like this kid was much shorter, but
Mm.
yeah, like pitch black, and then just he wasn't smiling at the time,
He grew up.
but yeah, like maybe this, yeah, his glow up. He became the Hat Man. Um, but we saw him and we're just like, where's Chris? Call Chris on the walkie because we all had walkie talkies that linked up to our houses. We
Hmm.
just keep them on and keep them on the charger.
mm,
So I remember he grabs his walkie and he's like, "Hey Chris, where you at?" Meaning an answer for a minute.
Hmm.
Hello, Chris. And it's like no answer. We're like, okay, maybe that is
oh
Chris.
my
Maybe
god.
he did bring the walkie with him.
Hmm.
Then Chris walks down the alley.
No
Oh
way.
my god.
Literally just as we had said
Honestly,
that, and I was like, "What the fuck?
honestly.
Who the hell is that?" So we like all kind of stare at him for a minute, and we're like,
Oh
I,
my
"I don't know
god.
who that is," and we're just like, "Why is he just looking at us?"
Well, where's this
He's
fucking
like
Chris,
staring.
man?
Yeah, he's like staring. He's like staring directly at me,
What
and
the
I'm
hell
like,
is that?
"Okay, why is he just staring at us?" So we like walk towards him. We try to get his attention,
Oh
and
my
we're like,
god.
Alan goes, "Hey," and just like yells at him.
Yeah.
As soon as he said that, the kid
No
like
way.
up, looks to the side, and then bolts.
No way.
Now,
No,
Alan
what is
is
that?
pretty fast. Like Alan was like, we all played sports together and stuff. He was always like, one of the fastest kids I knew growing up. That kid could sprint. So he's like this kid in all black takes off running
Oh
down
god.
the alley. And then
What the
we're all just like,
nightmare
what
fuel?
the hell? So we all start running after him. Thinking about it now, if it was just some random kid, it probably
Oh,
freaked him out. And he thought he was about to get jumped.
Oh
So I don't
no.
blame him for hauling ass now that I think about it. But the freaky thing is that he hauls ass down this alley.
mm,
Alan hauls ass down the alley. Chris goes around the other side to cut him off down the alley. Me and Steve are like running, slightly behind him. And I
mm,
remember this kid runs around the corner of this house. And as soon as Alan rounds the corner, Alan's like maybe 20 feet behind this kid.
mm.
he rounds the house, and all of a sudden, Alan just stops dead in his tracks, like
Oh,
slides across the gravel and just sits there and stares down the alley.
Oh
As
my
soon as I
god.
oh,
come walking around the corner, the kid is gone.
mhm. Oh my god.
Like the Alan broke his line of sight with the kid for like 2 seconds, and he disappeared.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like
Going back into the
in that
background.
in that in that like less than 5 seconds from where that kid rounded around the house to where Alan rounded around the house,
Oh
he was
god.
gone. And then Chris comes on the other side from the other house down the alley, and he was like, "Where'd he go?" And we're just like, "He didn't run past you." And he's like, "No, he can only go that one direction."
Oh
So
my
it's
god.
impossible for Chris not to have seen him, even if he was hopping, like hauling serious ass down that thing and was like sprinting like a madman. There's no way he could have gone
Oh,
around him. He just, yeah, he like no clipped. He like no clipped out of the
Send it
like
to the
out of the
shadow
house.
realm.
Yeah, like he just disappeared in
oh
that brief second
god.
as soon as the
Oh
line of sight
god.
was broke from all of us. And then we
What
all
the
just kind of like looked around and we're like, we looked for that kid up and down too. Like we went in the
Oh my
yard.
god.
We were like looking at trash cans and shit, just be like, maybe he's like a ninja and just like
in trash
somehow
cans
jumped.
though?
Yeah, like maybe he just jumped into like a hiding spot. Could not find
Oh,
him. Completely gone.
Oh my
And then I
god.
remember like
oh,
we all like
yes.
it kind of freaked us all out because we're like, who the hell was that? And there's no way they were faster than us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like
How
the
old were
whole
you?
situation.
Like
How
how
old were
We were like, I'd say we were probably 12 years old
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
at
Oh
the
my
time.
god.
So this kid couldn't have been much older than like any older or much younger than us because he was right about our same height.
So then the
He
tall
wanted to
one that
match
Albie
it.
saw, it has to be it's him grown up.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way he could have like honestly outran all of us,
Yeah, no
and we
way. And then,
never saw him again, and like it freaked us all out.
yeah.
And oh, good night. Sorry,
Oh
we
my
like
god.
It's okay. XP's afraid of like scary stories, even when I tell them in chat.
no, that's totally fair. Um, but yeah, like that was the
Oh my
one
god.
that really freaked us all because we all to this day are like we that's what he became when we called him the Kid in Black. We're just like
Yeah.
Oh
he
my god.
just he just disappeared
And,
off the face of the earth. I
Oh
was
my
like
and,
god.
yeah.
as like a
And
rounded
it's
around
like,
the corner.
yeah. It's like
And we
everything
did.
about, oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, it's just like everything about that story is like, it's weird. Like, you think you can explain one part and then it gets weird, and then you can explain that part, but then it gets weird again.
Mm-hmm.
And then until like the final weirdness where you can't avoid like thinking that it was something not human, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It's like,
can't debunk it.
Whatever
exactly.
it was inhumanly fast, and
Yeah.
it disappeared. It disappeared on breaking line of sight.
That's
Yeah.
so weird.
You know, and
Like
that's like
it
telltale.
yeah, it's like it found its chance to like no clip or teleport away, and then it just
Exactly.
disappeared.
Bro went back to
And
the Shadow Realm, man.
yeah,
Like,
none of us can figure out where he went. None of us can figure out what where he came from, and we that's the thing. We saw him
Yeah.
again.
Oh my god, what?
That wasn't the only time we've ever seen him. We actually saw him again one time. Same
Like,
thing. Black ball cap, black
mm,
sunglasses, black head to toe, covering
Shermie says
except
it
for
was Roadrunner.
seriously.
oh my god.
That we actually saw him one more time. And
Oh
again,
my
he
god.
took off running because we were just like,
Oh my
we're like, who's
god.
this guy out here screwing with us?
Oh my
And
god.
I remember we went to go do it again, and Alan ran after him, and like
Oh my
the
god.
dude rounded the corner. Now this was a lot longer. Like it took Alan like a couple seconds to get down the road and like around the corner. Then again, he was like,
Mhm.
he's freaking gone again.
What the
What?
fuck?
Oh
So we saw him not
oh
once but twice.
my
Oh my
god.
god.
Now this is also on the same road, mind you. I guess in
Oh,
order to lighten the mood from that one. Yeah, I don't know why he came back, but
wow.
we had a lot of weird experiences on that road because we saw the Kid in
Oh,
Black on that road.
Hmm.
We
Oh,
also had a guy pull up to us when we were just all chilling at the park because it's literally
mhm,
right across from this little park next to the schoolhouse.
Yeah.
mhm.
And a guy pulls up in a golden Jeep, like it's a gold colored Jeep, and he just like we're walking down the road, and he just like stops real quick, and he's like, "Hey, let me ask you a question." And we're just like,
Mhm.
yeah." Strange man pulling up to a bunch of kids at a park, and he's just like, "Do you know who I am?" And I was like, "No." And he was just like, he reaches over into the seat and he pulls out a magazine, and
Oh God.
he flips down the magazine, and it just has like it has a it has a picture of Jesus on it.
What?
And he's like, he points to it, and he's just like, "You know who that is, right?" We're like, kind of looks like Jesus, that or the lead singer of Nickelback. I can't tell which." And he's just like,
Um,
"That's me, and I'm back." And like
What?
the dude straight up looked like Jesus. Like the dude in the Jeep very much looked like the dude on the magazine who also looked like Jesus. So like we just like to say like Jesus just rolled up in a golden Jeep and
Oh
just
my
said, "Hey, I'm back," and then like drove away, and we never saw him again.
oh my God.
That I think was hysterical. Like that one
That's amazing.
that like I could explain that one as then like some dude, just long haired hippie dude, which there's plenty of those around here, just rolls
Mhm.
up in a Jeep with a picture like he's dressed like Jesus. He just has a magazine with Jesus on it. He just runs up to random kids to fuck with them and go, "Hey, you see this guy? That's me, and I'm back," and then drives off.
Jeepus.
I feel like I should do that now. I should definitely just find a celebrity look-alike or, religious look-alike. Be like, you know, I don't know. Just run around telling people, "Oh, hey, I'm the reincarnation of the Dalai Lama," and just tell people that and then leave and never to be seen again. I think it'd be great.
Exactly. So you need the presentation of like a giant golden car and like a magazine to pull out.
Yeah, they were just like, why does such weird shit keep happening to us? And why is it always on this road?
Oh my god.
That one, that one, kind of to lighten the mood can be explained. I just thought that was really funny
Yeah.
because
So
Posture
that's
check
amazing.
from Walrus. Thank you for the posture check, Walrus.
Thank you.
I'm like,
Yeah.
could have been just a random hippie dude messing with kids, or maybe it was actually Jesus that
Just
just randomly came around.
Jesus
exactly.
would manifest in Ohio. Like, Jesus
Yeah,
would
Um,
manifest in Ohio.
in front of us. I just thought that was really funny. That
exactly.
one we look back on and we're like, okay. Anybody else
Yeah.
like? And everybody remembers that, right? And we're like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like that was a weird one. Can be explained, but the kid in black we could not explain.
Yeah, that one's creepy. Like, that one,
Yeah.
God.
That's like an old timey like fae story.
Mm-hmm.
Or like it's like the Victorian pioneers would like see the child in black and he would run away into the woods.
Yeah.
That kind of old story.
Muffin says Ohio, Texas, and Florida, the three states that need the most help.
Exactly.
It
Oh my
really,
god.
really is.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, I don't fucking.
I feel like if you visit Ohio in the autumn, especially, it's like an over the garden wall. Like it's type of situation.
It really is though.
Like meet the Pumpkin King and like suddenly you're like in the 1800s. Like
The beast that lives out in the wood.
exactly.
Oh my
Yeah.
That I
god.
believe. That's gonna be me as like the old woodsman. I'm just like, you kids need to get out of here. Beware the beast.
Exactly.
As I'm
Exactly.
collecting fucking wood for his fire lantern. Like, yeah, that's probably my future.
Oh my god.
Oh
Walrus says Jeepus is love. Jeepus is life.
Jeep is
my god. The
Oh
golden
my
Jeep
god.
is from heaven.
Oh my
golden.
god.
He's a kid
Like,
in
Heavenly
black.
Jeep.
We'll go ahead and chalk Jeepus up to a cryptid, and more
Yeah.
explainable cryptid, but still a cryptid nonetheless.
Exactly.
Jeepus Jeep Jesus. Um,
Jeepus, the kid in black, Cletus.
Yeah. The cemetery is a
Live,
weird.
laugh, Jeepus.
The cemetery is a really freaky place. Um,
Yeah.
God, that
Mm.
one. So the cemeteries, we've seen multiple things down there.
Isn't there a
Mhm.
The one
monkey?
that actually, yes. Oh God.
Oh.
So now this one again is actually much more explainable.
Mm.
Mhm.
Weird as hell still.
More than
It still doesn't
Jeepus.
make any sense, but it's explainable. And I'll get to that here in a minute. But I remember being down near the cemetery, and our friend's aunt lives out like literally right next to the cemetery, kind of off into the woods. And
Yeah.
we all saw it. We're out there just hanging out, just
Mm.
doing our normal thing. Like I think we were fishing down by the creek,
Oh.
and I remember Alan goes, "What is that?" And we all look up, and we saw this. It's not even like it looked like a different creature. It just very much
Mm.
looked like a chimpanzee, but it was hauling ass through the trees.
That's not.
Like it was like jumping from one tree to the other and like would like
Oh
swing
my
off of a
god.
branch, swing to another one and go. And we're just like, is that a they're like, is that a damn we're like, is that a damn like chimpanzee or like a monkey or something? And we're just like,
Oh god.
you're all seeing this, right? And they're like, yes. And then it just hauls ass into the woods and it
Oh
disappears.
my god.
And we're like, okay, that was freaky. What the hell was that?
Mhm.
And we're all just like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Like, what was that? We literally went back there and tried to look for it, and this time we found it.
Oh what? Oh my god.
Like, I just
Wow.
was like, we literally found it again, and like we saw it out in the distance, and again it hauled ass. Like it kept seeing us, and then it would haul ass away.
What the
And so we're
hell?
like, what in God's name is that? Now, I haven't seen it since,
Oh
but
god.
it makes sense.
Mm.
The reason it makes sense is because Ohio has very, very lax exotic animal laws.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So I think it might have changed recently,
Mm.
but because there was a whole big thing about a guy with a guy literally had a personal zoo, and
What?
yeah, he just had a zoo on his farm. And then he one day just went crazy and let all the animals out and then offed himself.
Oh my
Oh
god. I
god.
remember
Uh,
this, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
like that was
god.
actually on the news where he just let all of his
Mm.
exotic animals out, and they caught most of them, but they had to unfortunately shoot the tigers.
Oh,
Mm.
so
Like
sad.
he had like two tigers and like a lion or something, and he just let them all out. And like,
Um.
yeah, the conservationist was like, yeah, look, you can be pissed off all you want, but like if that would have found its way into someone's backyard and ate someone's kid, like no,
Mm.
we can't do that. As much as they're like, I don't want to. They're like, as much
Yeah.
as I don't want to kill these beautiful animals, he's like, we
Mm.
can't risk them, hurting somebody. So
Right.
like, damn. So that one actually makes sense. It's entirely possible that someone who lived out in the country out there could have owned some kind of like ape and then just let it roam around in the woods
Yeah.
because it's
Oh.
very secluded out there, and if it knows its way around, but like we saw it, but we never
Oh.
saw it again after that. It's like maybe it got out of the house or something, or out of the enclosure, and just
That
hauled out.
makes. Yeah. That makes sense, but it's like
Yeah, so
still
that
like.
one actually makes sense. It's weird, and people are
Yeah.
like, "That's so bizarre," but it's completely
Yeah.
explainable. And I'm like, "Yeah,
Exactly.
you could just for the longest time, and you might still be able to. You could just be like, oh yeah, I bought a lion. It lives with me in my house in the middle of like Cleveland, Ohio. It's completely
Oh.
legal."
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Insane. I hope they changed it though. I hope they changed it.
yeah.
Like I get like maybe. Oh, sorry.
No,
Just like I'll just like I get it if like maybe you keep like some weird like native animal like a raccoon or something. But like if you're bringing out like tigers and lions and like, chimpanzees,
mhm.
a little bit too
Runner
much.
says Ohio is as close as we'll get to an open world RPG.
Really,
It's
yeah.
so cute.
Feel like I'm living in
Ohio.
feel like I'm living in a D&D campaign.
Exactly. No,
I
you live
think
in like modded
Walrus
Skyrim.
said that he's gonna add Jeepus to his D&D campaign.
Oh my god.
Rad.
Oh my god. Yeah, Robbie, you live in like a modded Skyrim where there's like raining. It's like raining cabbages. Like,
Exactly. My life is one giant Skyrim mod, but it's the weird mods where it's like Thomas the Tank Engine is the dragons, and
Oh god.
you know
oh my
the werewolves are just all dudes that look like Jesus. Like I don't know.
exactly.
Oh
Oh
no.
my god.
That cemetery does for it. The one I think that scares me the absolute most though that I've seen
Yeah.
from all of those. Good night.
Good.
Thanks for
Oh,
coming by.
Thank you for coming.
good night, Cairo.
Good night.
But the one that freaks me out the most was when we call it the moving pillar.
Oh.
Oh, I remember the story too.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Griffin, I'm not sure if I showed you that one. Do you remember me showing that?
I don't really tell you something about it, but I don't think I saw anything like a photo or
Um,
unless like I remember. I don't know. Okay, tell me.
yeah, I'm like really trying to figure out if
Like,
I got pictures of it because
oh my god.
it's gonna bug me if I didn't.
Yes.
I feel like every time I tell this story, I'm like, oh yeah, I have. I'm gonna check my phone while I'm telling this, but because I'm like,
Mm.
I feel like I might have taken a picture of it recently.
Oh,
Um, but the
the
one that
story.
does actually really freak me out
Mm.
is we had this run in with a cryptid that is a actual inanimate object that went animate, and none of us can explain why.
SCP level.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's this stone pillar.
Mm.
And the only way I could say it's like when I say pillar, it's more like it's only like 2 feet tall,
Mm.
but
Mm.
it's like a little. It'd be like a little stone, like a little stone pillar that you like put a gate across.
Mhm.
Mm.
Like say I want to put like a chain across it or something to keep like somebody out of the driveway
Mm.
or something like that. It's
Mm.
it's not too big, but it sits at the edge of the road near the cemetery. Now we
Mm.
used to go sledding at the cemetery all the time
Mm.
Mhm.
until one winter
Oh no.
where we
Oh
never
no.
went sledding on that hill again.
Oh no.
And that's because we had spent all day, I'm kidding you not, all day for
Mm.
hours sledding down that hill and just
Oh.
having fun.
Mm.
We didn't disturb any of the
Um,
graves or anything. We just literally would like go up to the top of the hill, run
mhm.
down, and like sled it.
Mhm.
No
Mm.
problem.
Mhm.
We go and we're like, all right, it's getting cold. Let's go warm up. We went back to the house, got
Mm.
some like hot chocolate and stuff, and just like warmed up for a little bit. Came back out in the evening. I kid you not, the pillar that has always been since I've been there, that's usually on the side of the road, was in the middle of the hill.
What? Oh my
Like
god.
it was on the side of the road, and then it was standing straight up in the middle of the sledding hill,
Oh my
like in
god.
the middle of one of the paths that we were going down in the snow.
What the fuck?
And we
What the
all
hell?
froze
Oh my god.
because we're like, how did that get there?
Yeah.
Mm.
And like, I
What
can't
the hell?
explain it. We all saw it. It freaked all of us out because we're just
Mhm.
like, there's no way that that moved. Like you can't just pull it out of the ground either and just like put it there because I'm like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, someone could
Mhm.
theoretically go and like pulled it up and put it in the middle of the hill or something just to either mess
Right.
with us or like tell us like, oh, stop sledding in the hill. But like, no, it's connected to a
Mm.
concrete block that's in the ground and the grass around it is dead.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah, I'm like, it's literally like you can
Impossible.
see where like this pillar sits at all times. So I'm like, unless somebody within the hour that we were gone dug up this pillar, put it in the middle, like carried it all the way over to
Mm.
the sledding like hill, and then put it in the middle of our path. It's just like trying to explain it makes less sense than just being like, well, the fucker just moved by itself.
I
I,
mean,
I
yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
She
exactly.
just
Like, it
was.
was
It was
very
tired of
much
y'all sledding.
that's kind of what freaked me out because I was like, I took that as a sign of like, okay, maybe we shouldn't be sledding near graves.
Yeah. But you
Like
weren't
I
doing
didn't
Yeah.
anything
start out as
wrong.
yeah, I wasn't like
Mhm.
incredibly superstitious as a teenager,
Mm.
but that made
Mm.
like some of the crap we would see made me
Yeah.
really
It shaped
like it
you.
turned me from like a skeptic to like,
Okay.
okay, what the hell are we looking at?
Exactly.
Yeah, like it was a warning, like stop.
Yeah.
You're disturbing the graves, or you're being too loud, or you're being disrespectful. And I was like, okay, kind of like the
Yes.
deer. I
Exactly.
we listen,
Exactly.
and nobody knows how it got there. And then eventually, it stayed there
Oh,
for a while.
oh my
And then
gosh.
one day we went back, and it was back in its original spot.
What the
That,
fuck?
I love that though. It's crazy, whatever.
And
Oh
so
my
it's
god.
still in its original spot today?
Mm-hmm.
What the
Right.
fuck?
What the
Uh,
heck?
trying to see if I have a picture near it.
Also,
Can we name it?
I yeah, we
Yeah,
should.
it's a good
Hey,
name for it.
chat, name it. Name it.
What's
Everybody
your
in the
name?
chat, pick
Oh,
a name.
I gotta go and like pay my respects to it like
Right.
sometimes.
You can
Oh
see
my
it, and it's just like, oh, that's off-putting.
Hi,
gosh.
Sylvester.
Oh my gosh. I gotta think of a name. Oh my
Uh,
gosh. Also, uh, I should be heading out now.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Yeah, no
Yes.
worries, no worries.
Well, yes. But I love you guys both, and I hope you have a good rest of the stream too.
Ah, thank you, and thank you for stopping
Thank
by
you.
and chatting with
Oh,
us.
yes, thank you for inviting me too. I'm very
Yeah,
happy.
This was so fun, Griffin. I love you.
Yes, love
yeah,
you
we
too.
love you
Love you guys
lots.
too. Love you so 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 much.
We'll talk again soon.
Yeah.
Yes, talk again soon.
All right, take
Okay,
care.
thank you. Bye bye
Bye.
for now.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Have fun, everyone. Thank you.
All right, let's see. Let's
Yeah.
continue. If you have a picture of
Oh
it, we'll
yeah.
put it on here.
That's what I'm trying to look for. Is like, I'm like, can I find this thing realistically? Taking pictures down. I know for uh, not one. Oof. Tell this photography folder is like way too big. Oh, it's having trouble keeping up. Is these that would probably be the last time we were down there. I showed it to my friend David too, and he was like, "I get really weird vibes from that."
Yeah.
He's like, "I thought that before you even told me about it." He's just like, "I thought that was a gravestone, but I thought it
Oh,
was really weird because it's not close to any of the other gravestones, and it's on the other side of the driveway."
yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's because it's not a gravestone. Or at least I don't think it is.
You hope
It's
it's
not
not.
supposed to be. Yeah, I'm like, it's not supposed to be.
Oh God.
Because at first we called it the moving tombstone because that's what we thought it was.
Yeah.
But it was hanging in the middle of the hill. We were like, that is a porthole to hell if I've ever seen one. So like we tried to keep it we tried to keep it like realistic, but I don't know how it got there.
Yeah.
It keeps me up to this day
I mean,
thinking about
yeah.
like, because it's like it's one thing to see stuff just out there, but like when you're in a cemetery and stuff starts messing with you,
Mm-hmm.
that's a whole nother like it's just a whole nother animal.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, hmm. Oh, that might
The stream, like the stream background has turned into its own cryptid with all the pictures.
it really is. I'm just trying to find. It's actually yeah. It was during our Bloodborne shoot. Dang it! I know these pictures are in here. I just can't find it. But anyway, um, I'll keep trying to look for it because I really want to share a picture of this thing because
Yeah,
it,
and if
it
you don't find it during stream, you can post it on Discord too, because most of the people in the chat are on the Discord, and they'll see it, and you can put it in photo album, and uh, most people will see it. Is the cat a cryptid? No, if you look on the cat photo, this was Gwiffin's cat. Hold on, let me enlarge it. There is an unexplainable little like fey on that cat.
yeah, I'm like a little. I don't even know what to call that thing. It's
I
like
know. Also, Runner says that he will meme the poll or there's gonna be memes of it if you post it in the Discord.
oh, absolutely. Heck, I mean, I'll go. At the very least, I'll go take a picture of it tomorrow and just post it in the Discord
Please
and
do,
be like,
because
"This
then
is the thing I'm
Runner will
talking about."
meme it.
Now, unless I go down there and it's not there anymore,
If it's
well,
not there, like then we've got problems.
like if it's not there, yeah, if I go to take a picture of it and it's no longer there, or if it's in a completely different spot, or the actual nightmare of it going back to where it was on the
Oh
sledding
my
hill,
god.
moving back in the same spot.
It knows we're
Um,
talking about it. Runner says, what if you go and take a picture and it moves?
like as I'm taking a picture, like if it moves as I'm taking a picture of it.
God, could you imagine that though? I'm
Well, let
waiting
me
to see.
let me answer that question with another question. You know how much it would hurt to shit, piss, and throw up at the same time? Because that's exactly what I would do. Like I would like literally just implode all bodily functions from how just disturbed I would be.
Runner says, sounds like a
Sounds like a
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah. That I would have a Wednesday all over the place because would be the shit of my nightmares. I think that's the things that creep me out the most is things that shouldn't move that do move.
Moving. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god, no, we don't want that.
like a ghost. Like if I saw a ghost, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's freaky. I'm terrified, but it's whatever. But when you see something that shouldn't move that is moving, it's like that's a whole nother form of chill, like just disturbing chill.
Yeah. Or like you
Like
take a picture of it, but you look at the picture and it's just not there.
exactly. Like it's gone.
Sylvester says it's interesting the cryptids that are American based because American is fairly new, so they are new. Yeah, the cryptids in America are new. They're like just angry spirits at this point.
Right. It's not like they're particularly old age cryptids. It's like all
Yeah.
stuff that popped up within the past, 300 years.
Mm-hmm. It's just pissed off land spirits evolved.
It really is. I mean, I guess there's some of them that are like really old world stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, actually, there's a lot of them that date back to a lot of Native American roots.
Oh
So,
yeah.
like Wendigos,
Mm-hmm.
definitely big time. Um, Even like Sasquatch and Bigfoot
Mm-hmm.
has been recorded to be seen in like Native American lore and Thunderbird and all of that. Uh
Muffin says it's like most of our development across the US absolutely pissed off a lot of the nature spirits. Yeah.
exactly. Like that That honestly makes it make more sense. It's like
Mm-hmm.
the Loveland Frogmen. I'm just like that has to be nature taking its revenge for developing the entire city of Cincinnati.
Oh my god.
It's just like really ticked off.
Sylvester, Robbie lives by the Mothman statue, or like you said, it's not too far from you, right?
It's like less than 2 hours away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, over there, Point Pleasant,
Mm-hmm.
where Mothman was spotted. Yeah, that is not too far. We're actually gonna go there because I've never been. I've passed Point Pleasant, but I've never actually stopped in it. So
Mm-hmm.
sometime this week or beginning of next week before October's over, we're gonna try to go visit the Mothman statue. Be like,
What if you
pay our respects.
visit the Mothman himself? What if he's just there?
Huh?
What if the
Oh,
Mothman's just there?
it's time to party. Exactly. We have landmarks dedicated to these things, and then we wonder why they manifest so much in this area.
Is there a list
Actually,
of
yeah, there
American
is.
cryptids? Yeah, there is. There's so many.
Um, oh shoot, hold on. I
Isn't the city of Cincinnati's nature's revenge for developing the city of Cincinnati?
yes, that's 100%. Um, oh no, not in Tennessee. That one. There is really isn't any pictures of the cemetery now that I think about it. That's weird.
Walrus, I love the Fresno Nightcrawlers. They're my favorite.
Oh, that's nightmarish.
Oh no.
Every picture that I have of the cemetery has where that pillar should be is cropped out.
What?
Yeah. I'm looking on Google, like I googled it and
Is it
like
on
the
Google
only
Maps?
oh shoot. Okay, that's actually a good question. If it doesn't show up on Google Maps,
If it's
I'm
blurred
probably
out, I'm
going
ending
to
stream, man. Like,
yeah, I'm like if it's blurred out, oh
I'm ending
god,
stream and going to bed if it's blurred out, man.
how do I can I drop
The
oh no.
anti-meme pillar. The pillar is trying to avoid the memes that Runner wants to make.
That's
Runner,
smart.
you might get cursed by the pillar though.
I don't think there is like a satellite. I don't know if I can. Oh, think about it. Oh man.
Can you Google? Can you send me do you have the coordinates of it, or like can you send me where it is on so I can put? Can you put it on Discord so I can like?
Yeah,
We're gonna solve the
one
pillar
second. Yeah,
mystery
one
tonight.
second. I want to be able to show this off, and I'm like, I can't find a picture. Oh, hold up.
Hmm.
There's ah, found it. Oh, yep. Okay, found it. Um, oh crap. Can I save this picture?
And no worries, Walrus. Take your time.
Hold on.
Screenshot.
I'm gonna have to screen. Yeah, I'm gonna have to screenshot this. Hold on. There we go. Um, let's save that. Okay. I got yeah, there is a picture of it. Whew, thank God. Because I was like, if there's literally no picture of this, I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah, I would too, honestly.
Um, there we go.
The chat is still going on about Jeepus.
As it should. Okay, so save. All right, we're gonna save this pillar. Okay.
If that photo is not on your computer tomorrow, like
I well, I'm coming. I'm moving in. I'm gonna move far away. I'm coming to your house.
What if his whole
Um,
computer is gone tomorrow? Runner, no.
God, my luck though.
Okay, so is it the I'm gonna save it. Uh is it the one that's like right at the edge?
Yeah, you see that one over by the curve, like the curve of that road.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the stream really quick. Hold on. Give
Yeah,
me just a sec.
yeah, that one by the curve of the road. That's the hill too that I'm specifically talking about.
Oh my god, too many photos everywhere. Hold on. Okay, let me
Yeah, we might have to delete. We might have to delete a few of them.
I'm gonna make this so that we just see the pillar. Like,
Yeah,
there we go.
yeah. So that, if you see, there's a mausoleum carved into the side of the hill right there.
Is it like open? Like you can just walk in it? Or is there
No,
a
there's
door
a
there?
gate there. Yeah,
Okay,
there's
I
a
was like, bro.
it's like a wrought iron gate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's also horrifying. We took pictures right next to it, and
Oh god.
my friend was like, "Oh God, I feel like something's gonna like reach through these bars and grab me." And I
Oh
was
my
like, "Why'd you say
god.
that? Why would you say something like that?"
Runner says mausoleum. That's a dungeon.
I mean, straight up though, you know, there's good loot. You know, there's good loot in there. That's either where there's good loot or where a quest starts, but not
Right?
not the fun quests. Like, oh, save the cat. That's like the fight the demons. But yeah, that pillar, and you can see what looks like a couple of broken pieces next to it. But if you
Dude, is
look
that a
really close,
yeah, is that a that might is that a grave? It looks like a grave.
it does. That's what I mean. Is like it looks like there's pieces of it too that broke off because it used to be taller,
Oh god.
so it's broken.
I like how I decided to put it next to me. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, we ball. Like
Yeah, like but notice you see what I mean by the concrete slab at the bottom of it?
yeah, there's like no way anybody could take that shit out the ground.
Yeah, I'm like me and like three other people couldn't even pick that up.
Yeah.
That is a solid chunk of concrete anchoring that to the ground.
And it was in like
And
the grass.
mhm, yeah. So it's like it was more off to the left, or I mean the right. It was there's
What?
a hill, the hill to the right. Like if you pull the image a little bit over, yeah, that hill right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that hill right there, that's the hill in question. That's where
Oh
we
my
used to. It's like very
god.
far off to the like very far off to the right. We would go
Yeah.
down that hill, and it went from right there to the middle of that hill,
What the
like right
fuck?
there towards the edge.
That's
I
scary.
swear, I swear on my life,
I believe
it was
you.
the middle of that hill at one point because we looked back and we're like, why is the pillar there and not where it usually is?
Yeah. No, I
So
believe you, man. Like that's fucking weird. Oh, those ghosts were truly tired of y'all's shit if it went that far.
I mean, they made their point. We stuck to it because we never. People are like, "Oh yeah, I want to do a cemetery walk at night." I'm like, I don't, because
Oh,
everybody
runner,
like
it's the
thinks it's
little
fun.
one that's like right. It's like right. It's just like right there.
It's like right there beside the road, like
Yeah.
right around where the road starts curving. It's that one
It's just like really
on
short.
that side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like really short, but it should have been
Can
taller,
I
but
point
it's
at you?
been
Let me
broken.
see if my hands will let me point at it. Wait, wait. Cursed hands? No. Maybe. Wait,
Oh, most.
wait, wait. Like that. Ah, no! It won't let me do it. My room's too dark for to read my hands. But yeah, it's the little tiny one. It's a little tiny pillar. But yeah, I guess they were tired of your shit if they moved it that far.
Yeah, they were really worked. They moved it as far as they could. Um, yeah, that's the one that single handedly freaked me out the most, though.
I mean, that is freaky. That is really scary.
I mean, hell, even every time I pass by it, it still freaks me to this day.
I mean, I don't blame
Makes
you,
me
honestly.
genuinely uncomfortable.
Yeah, that it doesn't look like just a pillar. It definitely looks like it was like a
Looks like a gravestone, right? But like,
yeah.
there's no gravestones on that side of the driveway.
I don't
That's
think
the
anybody
only
would
one.
put a grave that close to the road either.
Mm-mm. I'm like, it's not on any official plot. Like, I don't think you could have it that close to the road, at least not
Unless it was put there a long time ago.
exactly. And then they pave the road around it, but I
Yeah.
don't see them doing that either. But there are graves back there that date back to Revolutionary War.
And then I mean
That is
it
a
may
very
not be so like it might be it could be like I don't know. That's weird. Wait, Ronnie says I'm reading about a 2-ton gravel orb in an Ohio graveyard that rotates and nobody knows why.
oh, that's freaky. How have I not heard of this before? Like that's a
Renner, can you
nightmare.
link that in the chat, please? You're VIP, so you can link it in the chat.
That is like super interesting. I have to read this now.
Welcome back, Walrus. Welcome back. Here it is. It's in the chat. Let's see this.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
The ball was first set in place back in 1896. Since then, it has moved ever so slightly every year. Only in Ohio. What the fuck?
That's so
Oh
weird.
yes, Walrus. The pillar is next to me. It's the you see the little it's like next to the road, the very short pillar. That's the pillar that it moved into the grass area. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah, like it went from that spot where it's at right there, which is where it usually was,
Yeah, into
and
the
then
hill.
somehow got into the hill off to the right.
Yeah, like over there.
Yeah,
And then it moved back at some point.
yeah, like it.
Yeah, how?
I don't know. That's what we were wondering. It was like, how,
It could
why?
grow like yeah, there's like no way that it either
And the ground around it was undisturbed.
that's so freaky.
That's the horrifying part. It's
Even
not
the
like, oh,
grass?
yeah,
Oh my
it was
god.
in the grass. I'm like, who could have somebody in order to move it while we were gone within an hour would have had to dig it up, pick it up, which it's anchored with that big concrete block at the bottom of it,
Yeah.
then go and put it over into the middle of the sledding hill
Mhm.
and bury it into the ground
Yeah.
and then cover it back up.
There ain't no way. Like
Yeah, I'm like that. I couldn't do
maybe
that with a whole day, let
maybe
alone.
that is Jeepus's spawn point.
Oh my god,
The chat's just making lore, even more lore for your where you live.
I love it. That definitely is the Jeepest spawn point. It's where all the cryptids go to spawn.
Oh my god.
It's like Kid in Black, Jeepus, Cousin Cletus, the
You don't want
cemetery
cousin
ape,
Cletus spawning right there. Like
the cemetery ape,
oh my god.
like the Kusith, whatever.
Oh my god.
Think, yeah. Now we
Ohio's its
call it a
own
Kusith.
world.
I don't know what it is. What'd you say?
Ohio's its own world at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not a state, it's not a country, it's its own world. Well, Jeepus aggroes on most of the other cryptids, so runner.
Maybe Jeepus is the one that keeps them all in check. That's how we've been like protected over the years from all these things that could have and should have bodied us.
Would Jeepus be chaotic neutral? Or chaotic good. That's what Walrus asks.
I feel like chaotic neutral because it's like he just showed up, said, "Hey, I'm back," and then like walked away. That sounds very chaotic neutral.
God, I love that.
Just like didn't come up and he's like, he didn't like give us money or anything or like, tell us about like good fortune. Like, no, he just literally showed up, said, "I'm here and you're going to have to live with that information."
I love that. And you never saw this dude again.
Nope.
And you never saw the gold Jeep again either.
Nope. Never saw that Jeep ever again.
Oh my god. See, that's the weird part. It could be, it could just be anybody, but like the fact you never saw the Jeep again. Like a gold
Right.
Jeep.
And you'll see the same vehicles in the area because it's not
Yeah.
like, this part of where I live isn't super densely populated.
Yeah.
Like I live out in the country,
Mm-hmm.
like pretty small town, and then even the sounds around me are pretty small. Like you would know, especially that color,
Oh
like a
yeah.
Jeep that was like decked out in gold paint.
He's end game content.
He's the optional boss, the optional but most powerful boss.
I love how my chat has adopted Jeepus.
It's Jeepus is right along with his familiar Jermaine.
Yeah. Runner says it's not really his fault though because his blood is literally wine. Oh my
I
god.
mean, yeah, hammered 24/7, right?
God.
Ooh. Scotland? Well, we're not in Scotland, but there's a Scottish guy that lives around here, so not exactly. Sorry, I was like looking up something on Kusith because that was one of the others I wrote down, but that's just the name I have for it. I don't actually know
Oh,
what
the
it was.
Kushi? They're called
Yeah,
Kushi, yeah.
Kushi. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. I have a really bad habit of like, if I've never actually heard somebody say it out loud, I just read it like how it's spelled, like
Yeah.
phonetically.
Yeah. No, I know. I had to look it up because I was like, I want to make sure I'm saying this right. And I was like, that is definitely not how it's like it's spelled.
Right. I'm like, it's not even close, like spelled like that. But yes, that is what we dubbed it. What I saw, and actually my sister saw that one too.
Oh.
It was it's actually right across from my house.
Oh my
We
god.
were we were sitting. This is we. I remember we saw it because it was back right before they put the house that's across the street from us.
Mm.
But there's a field out past this like there's this land property over across from my house and a
Mm-hmm.
road, then a
Yeah.
hill, and then behind that hill is a fence, and then behind that fence is just like open field.
Mm.
I remember one time right about the twilight. Yeah, it was like right there at dusk. We saw a huge, like we saw a dog
Mm-hmm.
run, parallel with the fence.
Yeah.
But from where and like it's decently far away, so it would look pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
This thing compared to the fence was towering over the fence. Now this fence
Oh
isn't very
god.
big, but it's like maybe 3 to 4 feet tall, like a
Mm-hmm.
wire fence. And
Yeah.
so for this dog to be towering over it and just like it ran from one side to the other, went like between one tree, went to the other tree, and disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing was like it had to have been standing on all fours at least 6 feet tall.
Oh my god. So I was like, shorter than you, but like still almost as tall as you.
Yes. Yeah, almost as tall as me.
Oh my god.
Like so as tall as a person, but it was just like in full sprint, like across the thing. And she was like, "What the heck?" She's like, "Did you see that huge dog?" And I'm like, "There's no way that was a dog."
Oh my god.
I was like, "Look at it comparatively to the like." Yeah, I saw it. I'm like, that thing comparatively to the fence was towering over it. There's no way that was a dog.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, what else the hell do you think it was?" And I was like, "I don't know. I didn't say I could explain it. I'm just saying it wasn't like a Saint Bernard or some shit.
It wasn't
It was
Scooby Doo out there.
mm-mm, it was something big. Again, I don't have a big explanation of that, and that's the only time I ever saw it. Never
Oh
saw
my
that
god.
thing again.
You live
But
in
I'm like,
Cryptid Central, I swear to God.
no. Like I said, this isn't like stuff that I was like, oh, I just made this up at the last spot. I'm like, oh, this is just crap we've accumulated over the years where it's just like I saw it. I can't explain it,
Yeah.
but I saw it.
Dude, you've been telling me these stories for almost 10 years now. Like I I believe all of them, and I know Ohio is like Cryptid Central. Like
Mm-hmm. I mean, the woods near where I live just keeps having people like bodies be pulled out of it.
God.
But that's also because, well, people don't respect those woods, and I keep telling them,
Yeah.
I'm like, there's spirits out there. Don't tick them off.
Yeah. Don't fuck with them.
Yeah, I'm like, don't screw with them because they will get really pissy.
Mhm.
And then like I feel like every once in a while somebody goes like down in there, especially like at night or something
Mhm.
when they're not supposed to be. I'm like, that is people are like, let's go walking in the gorge like late at night. I'm like, nope, you don't go down there after like between like 1 and 4 o'clock in the morning.
So you've never
I'm
been
like,
in the
that's
gorge at night.
I have been in there at night, but not that
Oh.
late.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I'm like that. Well, I have been in there one time that late. Um, and that's why I never went back down in there because I was like, that that seems like their time. That's the spirit's time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's the same reason why. I mean, I'm sure you've heard of the people saying like, don't go into like a cemetery or a graveyard at like after sunset.
Yeah.
Like same thing. And people are always like, "Oh, I like walking around them at night," and I'm just like, I don't like making a habit out of that.
I did it in
I'm like, that's
Japan,
their time.
but it didn't feel it felt different in Japan. I was on Buddhist temple grounds. It wasn't just like a random like cemetery. I was just walking around cuz I happened to be there. So, it was peaceful, but that was a whole different ball game. I was just walking around and it was also on like, sacred land.
Right. I'm like, it's more consecrated,
Yeah.
so that makes a lot more sense. Same with me. Like we would walk around. Actually, I remember when we were in Yokosuka,
Mhm.
actually walked through a cemetery. It was really pretty, actually. Too. Let me see if I can find a picture of that.
Mhm.
It was really pretty down in there. Um, but again, like I said, it was on like temple grounds,
Yeah.
so I felt much more safe being down there. But I feel like
Mhm.
some of these areas, like you go down in the cemeteries real late at night, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
that's the spirit's time, and I don't think they want you there.
Exactly.
Not going down there and being an a hole.
Yeah. Like, I think people also need to remember too, like, just don't be a fucking jackass when you're like doing that. If you want to go at night, like, one, that's on you, but two, like,
Mm-hmm.
don't like if you're gonna go, at least just walk around and like don't do anything stupid. Most people do stupid shit at night. That's the thing. Like, people are doing stupid shit, and I'm like, well, that was on you. Like,
Right. And they just do stupid stuff, and then they wonder why, like they get so like why they end up people go missing
mm-hmm.
and or get hurt out in the woods, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you brought this yourself.
I mean, Japan has temples running auras to keep things under control. All Ohio has is jeepers.
Yeah, we got one dude running around here keeping everything in check. I don't think he can't do it all at once or by himself.
For real.
Jeep is out here doing the Lord's work.
Literally.
Yeah, like actually,
Muffin, the
not
smaller the
the
impact you make at night, the safer you. Yeah, that's true. The safer you'll be
yeah
at night. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Like I've walked down in cemeteries at night, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like it's just literally walking and observing. It's not
Mm-hmm.
like
Fucking
running
around.
around being loud and like
Yeah.
some people go down there and like listen to crazy. No, that's
Yeah.
how you would. That's how you invite like bad luck.
Exactly. That's how you get things to follow you home. Like, don't do it.
Exactly. You're just like,
Good
oh, I keep
night,
having so much bad
Chew.
luck.
Get some rest. It was good to have you here. Don't let
Yeah,
the children in your the ghost children bother you in your sleep tonight.
yeah. Don't let the kid in black like. It's okay. He'll just run. He'll just run away. It's fine. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah. Um. I thought I was organized on all my stuff, and then I look through this crap, and um, I'm like, I can't find it. Looking. I gotta reorder. Yeah. Just tell them to knock it off. Just be like, again, do you pay rent here? No.
Do you pay rent? Are you contributing to the groceries? Are you doing the laundry? You know, like.
Oh,
But
okay,
see,
there we
Runner,
go.
you
Now
weren't
I
trying to
can find
like, you know, break into anybody's mausoleum or like go smoke weed down with the spirits. Like you were just going through the cemetery. The
it.
American
Right.
way of stopping haunts. Ask the spirits for money. So true. So true.
I knew about tree fitting.
No, he doesn't mess with the spirit. He doesn't mess with the spirits. I can't say much about his friends. I'm pretty sure his friends go and fuck with the spirits.
How about say no? I don't.
Yeah, Robbie
Other
does not.
people do.
Yeah, like
Other people are like, oh yeah, we're gonna go down there and smoke weed, and I'm like, mm, you go for it.
if I don't
I'm
see
like,
you in the
I will
morning, I know
just,
what happened.
yeah. I'm like, I'm down to do whatever, but just not in a cemetery at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I leave that as their time.
I mean, maybe that's why you saw cousin Cletus. He was like, "Why are you in my yard?"
Basically, that was the stupid part. I was like, we probably shouldn't be down here, and they definitely told us right away that no, you don't. Uh,
You have so many like stories and just and see, the thing. It's like you said, you're not making it up. It's like you've lived it. You've lived so much of it.
I like to put it. I like to put it as in like, do you remember? I don't know if you remember that scene in like Avatar: The Last Airbender when they're like on the train and they're just like, yeah, he's like, weird stuff happens to us, and that dude with like the glazed over look in his eye eating a corn cob just sits in between all of them and stares off into space. That's literally my life.
Oh my god.
That is like actually my life.
So like, every time you tell me something, like you just have stories. I'm like, I'm not even surprised anymore. I'd be more worried if stories didn't happen.
Mm-mm. Oh yeah, there we go. It's actually one where uh we're walking through that temple. We were in a Japanese like near a Japanese graveyard at the top of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
It was really peaceful because it's right next to a very old Buddhist temple, which
Mm.
like coolly enough actually has this insanely detailed carved dragon in the top. That place was like a religious experience, literally.
Oh wow.
Um,
Also, Runner posted in Discord the exact scene that you just talked about.
yup, exactly that one, exactly. Like literally, like weird stuff happens to us. Couldn't explain it. shoot. Do it, bury me here. See, I mean, if I was a spirit, I'd be totally. Let me send this picture, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Be totally at peace here. Because, place would be so sweet.
Oh, let me get that in chat.
Yeah, that's the shrine that we actually visited. That's right next to that graveyard. So when you have cool stuff like that and very spiritual things, I'm like, yeah, that's why the spirits of like a lot of other countries are so well behaved.
Yeah, the ones in America are like, no, I'm just gonna fuck your shit up. Like,
He's like, I'm gonna rip your heart out and show it to you. I'm just like, oh, great. The American way, I see.
that is so pretty.
Yeah, that was one of the buildings I liked a lot. And that was a cool experience. Seeing that one, like, I don't know. You just
Yeah.
gotta like. I just believe in just trying to be as respectful as possible to spirits
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know. I have enough bad luck as it is.
Oh
I
God,
don't
same.
need. Yeah, I'm like I don't need more by like pissing something off and having it follow me home.
Exactly. That's unfortunately I had to learn that the hard way growing up. But you know, America treats our cryptids as badly as we treat our live people. Oh my God, that's real.
Accurate. That is very real.
God, there's like, but see, that's the thing too. Is like a lot of the time we don't go looking for it. When you've just like when you're a spirit worker, it just fucking finds you. Like you just end up in
Exactly.
situations. Like,
Right. Like I don't ever really go looking for
mm-hmm.
these things. They find me.
Yeah, like same. Like when I was younger, I wanted to, but then like they would just come to me, and I was like, what the fuck?
Exactly. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'd love to see a ghost. Actually sees a ghost. Fuck it. I changed my mind.
Exactly. And then when you put a bunch of spirit workers together, it's just game over at that point. Because like every time we've gotten together, nothing ever like just can be chill.
Mm-mm. Like, oh
Runner,
man.
please.
What oh wait. What was one of the other ones I was talking about? Or your God, I'm like trying to go through the list and I'm like,
Mm.
shoot, I don't know what else trying to think of other ones that we might have had. Oof, lagging bad.
Oh no.
Oh, you're good. I was just trying to find my my slight list that I made of stuff.
Mm.
And I was just like, where did I put this? This our chat got crazy.
Yeah.
This wait. Let's see.
You have a
Talk
tome of
about
Ohio cryptid activities.
accurate. I think there is a database actually. Let's see. Uh Ohio cryptids.
I love that Mothman is one of yours. Like,
I know, I feel very blessed to have like uh what the what wow. Literally on the official ohio.org like website. It literally just it has an entire page on cryptids.
oh my God. Runner just sent it. Is it the travel inspiration folklore cryptid cryptozoology legends and myths? Because it's on ohio.org.
I think so actually.
Yeah, Runner got it. Even in the chat. Frogman.
Yep, Frogman's a very popular one.
Melon heads. Yeah, Ohio was like, come for the cryptids, stay because the cryptids ate you.
My my late friend Nick actually he sweared up and down that he saw Bigfoot.
I believe it.
And yeah, that's me. I'm like, I believe that he believes that he actually saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't corroborate that, but he was like when he when he saw it, he you can tell when somebody's like, kind of messing with you. Like
Yeah.
I'd known him for long enough to be like, okay, if he was just making shit up, probably no. But
Yeah.
no, he was pretty certain about it, and I was like, okay, no, he saw something. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what that thing was, but he saw something, and it shook him to his core.
Yeah.
Then again, his whole family's like that, though. His family attracts weird stuff. I think the most nightmarish one that I heard was one that his sister told me.
Hmm.
My friend's it's one of my friend's mom said that, oh man, this one kind of freaks me out just talking about it. So she used to live out in like the boonies of Ohio,
Mm.
and she actually had to walk to and from school.
Mm-hmm.
She had to walk to and from school, and she would just like basically cross the cornfield to get to it.
Oh God.
Yeah, and she would walk there every time. She said one fall, um, she went to she went to go walk home from school,
Mm-hmm.
and sitting she said there was something. She said she saw a girl sitting at the edge of the cornfield
Oh
from
God.
school as she walks down. And as she got closer, she like went to go wave at her, and
Mm-hmm.
like this girl looked up, and it was her.
What the fuck?
It was a doppelganger of herself.
Oh God.
The girl looked exactly like her, but she had jagged teeth
Oh
and a
God.
very wide, crooked smile.
Nope. Nope.
And she said it ran after her and chased her into the corn, and she ran like 2 miles through the cornfield as it chased her to the other side
Oh my
until she
God.
got home. And then like looking back, and she's like, I never saw it again. She's like, a girl that looked exactly like me but with a horrible jagged smile chased me through the fields. And she's like, I've been messed up ever since.
I, that would fundamentally change me.
Yeah, I was like when she told us, I got chills. I was like, ooh, that that's nightmarish.
Runners of Jesus Christ, I would move.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, why do y'all stay in these places? I'm like, I'm pretty sure she finished out her childhood in that woods. And I'm like, I would never sleep again.
Oh God.
Never.
Yeah, no, I would be out. I'd be like, well, I'll figure it out. I'm finding a new place to live.
Mm-hmm.
That's so fucked
Honestly,
up.
oh, it kind of makes sense though. Um, So, weirdly enough,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was in the same area, but there's a lot of curses
Mm-hmm.
in this area too, where people
Yeah.
will talk about like rituals or curses that people would do, and I'm like, no wonder this area had so many things. People keep screwing with things.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? The oh yeah, that was the one. I remember when we were back in high school, and I thought it was like scary stories telling around the fire, but like it's like stories that are like actually real.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we heard something in the woods, and it kind of freaked us out
Yeah.
really bad by the fire, to the point where we even picked up one of the branches that was hanging out of the fire of one of the
Mm-hmm.
logs that was on fire, and then just threw it like towards the woods because we thought like something was walking around
Yeah.
right on the corner, like right on the cusp of the woods. And my friend Andy just picked up that log and chucked it because he was like freaked out and he was like thought it was maybe a person back in there like messing
Yeah.
with us or like spying on us. So he
Mhm.
was like, "I'll fuck you up," and then I'm like legitimate like I think we need to go home. Like we
Yeah.
need to get back in the house because like something is out here.
Yeah.
And that's when like what did he say? This one was from like a while ago,
Mhm.
and I don't remember exactly the story behind it, but in that woods, they claimed that there was like some of the older folks used to claim that there was a curse in the woods,
Oh god.
and it was called the bitch curse
Oh
or
no.
the curse of the bitch,
Mhm.
and the bitch is like a witch that has jagged teeth, like
Oh
think of like
god.
think of like Baraka from like Mortal Kombat,
Uh-huh.
like has jagged teeth and like wiry hair and something like I think it was like a tattoo or it's like a tattoo or a carving of 666 in her forehead.
Oh god.
And it was like that was the curse, like where they tried to summon her, and then she apparently haunted that woods.
Oh my god.
So
Ohio's just haunted. Like
yeah, I'm just like that one freaked me out too, and I was like, oh god. But the jagged that's what reminded me of it was the jagged teeth thing, and it
yeah.
makes me wonder. I'm like, I wonder if maybe that was the same entity.
Yeah, yeah. Runner says campfire stories are supposed to be fake, but in Ohio they're more like recounting the past.
Like these are just sacred texts.
Yeah.
Like
God.
straight up. Oh man, it's just what do you like how does one place get so much like there's cryptids in every state,
Oh yeah.
but Ohio just has
Ohio
a
wins.
big per capita where it's just like, oh no, they all are here. Like grassmen, frogmen, Sasquatch. Um actually there's we went to a Bigfoot convention up near Salt Fork one time. That was
I
fun.
love that.
Yeah.
You're the
My friend
Ohioan lore master.
yeah, no, my friend Nick, who's the same one who claimed he saw Bigfoot, was
Yeah.
like, I mean, he's been that way for a long time. So we were just like, all right, I'll go. He's like, we should go up there sometime, go Bigfoot hunting. And I'm like, you know what? I'll humor you on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. I would love to go to this convention because I think that just sounds hysterical and really fun.
Oh wait,
Just
wait, wait.
like
Runner
seeing like an
says,
actual.
"Can you add an air tag to Jeepus's spawn pillar so we can track its movements?" Dude, if it moved, I would tell you to leave the state.
Oh God, like an. Oh God, technically I could do that, couldn't I?
I mean,
Because an air tag's like a yeah, it's like a little like device that you would
yeah, it's
use
like
to
a
like track your
tracking
phone, right?
device. Yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh no, Runner, you gave him ideas.
That's the thing is I'm like I don't know if I would want to try that because I'm afraid the results that I would get.
If it
I think that's
moves,
the most.
you'd have to like tell us in Discord, be like, "Hey, I've got an update. It moved."
There's a part where it's just like oh yeah I could still remain at least a little skeptical about certain things because it's just been so long since it happened.
Yeah.
But then like if I had like it's again that claim of like I stared into the abyss and it stared back. Like the only thing more scary than witnessing this pillar move is proof that it moved.
I mean, yeah. It'd be like, do you look at your phone and see Jeepus spawned? Dude, like if you saw on your phone that it straight up moved, I would be done. I would be like, well,
Mm-mm. I'm like, what the hell?
see, my chat's giving you ideas to try to like get that thing to move again. See, watch as you go by it sometime, it's not going to be where it's supposed to be.
Right. Like, oh, what is this one? God, there's like so many videos on it too. That's the videos I feel like I always get sucked into. It's
Mm.
like top 10 terrifying cryptids from Ohio that actually exist. And I'm like, well, I have to see this through. Like, I have to watch this video now.
But they all exist. Like, that's the thing. At this point, they all exist.
I just love that the video literally just says, like, top 10 cryptids that actually exist. Like, it says so matter of factly. Yeah.
I love that my chat has adopted Jeepus.
Yeah, there was just like, we love Jeepus in this house. That one's fun. That one's really funny. That one became like the most popular cryptid in this entire chat.
I love it.
Like, I love out of all of them, it's just like, yeah, the dude that just showed up to your house, like, or showed up to you, your town and just went, yeah, you know that guy, Jesus Christ, yeah, that's me, and I'm back, and then just drove away. Like,
Top 10
the
Jeepus
more I
memes
think
that
about
are real.
it, yeah, the thing that freaks me out about it is just like how matter of factly he said it. Like, no hesitation. Either he rehearsed it so many times to where it just came out super naturally, or I mean, it's like came out like very naturally, or he's
Supernaturally
just,
works too, though.
yeah, actually, that is very supernatural. Um, he's like, you know who I am? It's like, no, but I'm sure you're gonna tell me. He's like, I'm Jesus Christ, and I'm like, I'm not gonna argue with him because either
I
he's
love that.
actually Jesus Christ or he's a crazy dude.
I
Regardless,
mean,
I don't think I want to deny it,
yeah, like
or I don't think I
seriously.
want to like challenge it.
I love that. I just love that he pointed to he had to point to a magazine. Like, he had the magazine with him. It was like, I'm this guy.
Yeah, it was on a magazine.
He
God,
couldn't even get
God,
like a photo of Jesus. It had to be a magazine.
I'm just typing in Jesus magazine into
Google.
Google to see if I can find it. I honestly, it's been so long. I couldn't tell you what the exactly what the magazine looked like.
Was it
I
in the
just know.
2000s or the 90s?
Oh shoot! No, this would have been 2000s, like
Okay.
very early 2000s. I'm talking like 2001, 2002 ish.
What color was it? Runner asks. And Muffin says, if someone is saying they're a god, it's usually safe to agree with them, or at least safer than disagreeing with them. And Runner said,
Yes.
did it have a yellow border? The magazine.
I want to say yes. I feel like it might have been a National Geographic one.
I'm
'Cause I'm
looking
pretty
up
sure National
2000s
Geographic
Jesus
has the
magazine.
yellow. Yeah, I'm like Jesus Magazine 2000. Almost like was it 2000 or 2001 maybe?
Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Walrus. Thank you.
Well, hydrate.
Yep, let's hydrate.
Mm-hmm.
And a posture check.
Mm.
There was a
So,
lot of Jesus magazines from the 2000s. Um, Jeepus on the cover of National Geographic for defeating so many cryptids in Ohio. What are you guys talking about? We're talking about, well, it started as spooky stories, and then it turned into my friend Robbie here had an experience where he basically ran into a guy in a gold Jeep who was claiming he was Jesus, and he has never seen this dude ever again.
nope.
Like, even though his town is very small, and he's never seen that car ever again. He met Jeepus.
Ooh. Yeah, hmm.
Did you find it?
Well, no, I just literally looked up gold Jeep.
Uh huh.
and that kind of checks out. It looked
Oh no.
exactly like this.
Oh no.
It's an it says an Aztec gold Jeep Wrangler,
Oh my god.
or the gold Jeep Wrangler. It would definitely have the top off of it.
Oh
Like
my
it's one of
god.
those like classic Jeeps you think about.
Yeah.
Let's see, gold Jeep Wrangler. Um, I'd be dying if it was the same dude. There's a guy around here that actually has a Jeep, like a Jeep Rubicon, and it's decked out to look exactly like the Jeeps from Jurassic Park.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he like lives like down the road from my house. People are like, "Dude, I saw uh the Jurassic Park Jeep." I'm like, "Yeah, I know that guy." Like he's basically my neighbor. He lives like 5 minutes down the road.
Oh my god.
I see him. I always see it parked in front of the house. Every time I pass by, I just want to be like, "Did you wrangle in them raptors today? Keeping us safe." I almost wonder if that was the like Jesus guy before.
Oh my god.
There we go. If I had to say what that Jeep looked like, that's pretty damn close. Very like,
Oh my god.
yeah,
I'll put it in the
Aztec gold.
chat. I'm gonna
That's
put
like
that in the chat.
Aztec gold. Straight up. That's what the Jeep looked like. Big old tires. Just dude hanging out, like no roof on it, just the open roll bar rack.
Runner says, I mean, owning a dino proof car is pretty smart for Ohio.
Yeah. Considering all the lax exotic animal laws, you just never know.
I love that. Like,
I wonder, Jesus in gold Jeep.
Jesus, gold Jeep.
Typing that in, I'm like, has anybody else seen this? No.
You're like the only one,
Yes.
man. Or well, you and your
No.
friends.
I think it was so long ago that I'm like, well, if anybody else had a similar experience around this time, then probably before people thought to put the everything on the internet.
Yeah.
I love this. It's just I searched that, now it's a shirt that I really really need. That's hysterical. It's just a shirt that says Jesus is my savior, Jeep is my therapy.
Oh my god.
Put that in the shirts that go hard.
See, now Jeepus is gonna be a staple to my stream. Like, out of everything said tonight, Jeepus is going to be the staple to the Sealy stream.
What the fuck?
Oh no.
One, I feel very blessed that that'll be a main staple. But two, I typed in Jeepus.
Yeah.
This is the result.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. This is a
Yeah.
runner level meme. This is a
Yep.
runner level Jeepus ASMR went no. Guys. Wait, hold on guys. This is a runner level meme.
That's the embodiment of the stream now.
It is. Oh god. Do you have a moment to talk about Jeepus Christ? I'm done.
I was like, wait, quick Google search. I'm like, is this
It's like,
I
does
just
this
love that
yield
that's
anything? It does. Oh my god.
Behold, Jeepus Chrysler. Jeepus Chrysler. I like that.
Oh god, please look at our the Celestial Realms Discord what Runner sent into the main chat.
Oh no. I'm just like, oh, there we go. Where's had to like pull it up. Oh god, I haven't looked at the chat here in a minute, and like, there's so many the memes.
Oh my god.
They finally getting the Jeepus memes. Brilliant.
I can guarantee that Runner is going to continue making Jeepus memes.
God, I hope so.
Runner, you heard the man. You've got a job.
Maybe that'll be my next cosplay or my next Halloween
Jeepus.
costume. I just need to go rent a gold Jeep and then just dress as Jesus and run around. Probably give some poor kids a flashback. Like people who
Give
are
your
like
friends a
adults now.
flashback.
They're just like, I saw him again. It's been 20 years, but I saw him again.
He's back. He's real.
He's back again. That would be if I saw that again. Like, could you imagine?
Oh my god. Just
Like, I
imagine
don't know.
you
I
go out
wake up
tomorrow and
tomorrow.
you see
Yeah, I go for a walk and he comes back.
Runner says, "Don't forget your magazine and Uzi props."
Yep. All I'm saying is if for whatever reason I see Jeepus tomorrow, I will not be talking to you for a while because I will be going to therapy. I'll be checked in.
Shermie says, "I fell asleep, but I couldn't have been out that long because Jeepus is still relevant."
All things return back to Jeepus. It's like no, we've talked about a lot of stuff. It's just it always rounds back to Jeepus.
Muffin says, "Just roll up to your friends without warning them. Remind them that you're back, and then drive away." Oh
Just like
god.
times like this, I'm like, I wish I could get Alan on the stream for whatever reason. Be like, Alan, you're there for like half of this crap. Please confirm. His brother saw it. His brother was there too. It was weird.
Oh my god.
I thought the one guy was messing with us. And I'm like, nope.
Jeepus is now a cryptid.
Yeah, I'm like, I think he's just actually a spiritual creature.
See, I swear to God, like now that we've talked about him so much, and now that he has a following on my channel, like, dude, he's gonna reappear. Like at this point, we've summoned him.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like the same science of how they're just like, yeah, gods need the prayers of people so they can manifest their work. Same thing with Jeepus. It's like the more people that we have that believe in him, the more powerful he becomes.
In Jeepus, we trust. He's protecting Ohio from all the cryptids, like the other cryptids.
I swear. That's the only reason that we
If
are
you
in
look in your rearview mirror and chant his name 10 times quickly, also hi Calliope.
He'll show up and say, I'm back, and then he'll
And
leave
then
again.
leave. Like he'll leave for another 20 years.
You know. It's like the chaotic neutral version of Candyman.
Oh my god.
Or Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
It's like instead of like, killing you with a hook or something, or he just goes up, shows, hey, I'm back, and then leaves again.
We need a Jeepus
Good guy
statue
Jeepus
to bring
Chrysler.
tourism and pilgrims. Can he drive on water?
Oh my god. Probably. Thing's probably a secret submarine.
Oh my god. It went from scary stories to we just talk about Jeepus now.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know what? We had to lighten the mood.
I mean, it got creepy at one point. Everybody was like, "Holy shit, fuck no!" And now we're just like, "Jeepus, Jeepus will save
People were like,
us."
okay, that story's actually kind of freaking me out. And they're just like, let's go back to Jeepus Christ. See, Jeepus is the savior and the
Yeah.
protector.
Can Jeepus
Just
turn
just
water
by
into
uttering his
gasoline?
name. Yeah, just by uttering his name, you instantly feel better.
Oh my
Turns
god.
water into gasoline.
Jeepus is my savior.
He's like, Jeepus is like, you shall drink the blood of my blood, and it just gives you a freaking communion cup full of motor oil.
Oh my god. I had a
And
mod who accidentally ate motor oil. I wish that he was in the chat right now, but
oh god,
he accidentally ate it. But that's a different story for a different day. Albie, yes, Albie. He says it was accident. We know it was Albie's a walking accident, man. God, but yeah, no. Jeepus.
oh gosh, I drink paint thinner. Oh
Oh my
god,
god, Shroomy!
can you even see us right now?
I've accidentally eaten train grease before. Are you guys good? Like, I worry about my chat all the time. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I'm just like, is everything okay at home?
No, this is normal for my chat. They're like, yeah, so I like broke 15 bones, and I'm like, how are you even here? Like,
Right.
I work on trains for a living, so no. Oh, okay.
Okay, that makes way more
Yeah,
sense.
that checks out. It's not like you
Yeah.
just like did
Woke up
just
one day and said, you know what I haven't tried?
train grease. Shroomy, it was in a cup and I didn't know it was not. Oh my god.
Ooh.
I know I volunteered to stream it, but they're not. No, no, none of these kids are okay. Train grease is calorie dense runner.
Yes.
Oh my god.
All part of a balanced breakfast.
Jesus Christ. Jeepus Christ. Oh god.
I love how every time there's like a stream, there's some kind of meme that will spawn from it. Jeepus,
Jermaine.
your main.
The J's. They start with J.
Yeah, it's always something with the J.
Sure me,
Maybe
as a
they'll be
kid, I jumped into a fire to see if I was fireproof with a jacket on. Shroomy? Shroomy, dear, are you okay? Next stream that you're on, there's going to be like another J related meme that comes out of it.
Gosh, yeah. I'm trying to think of other ghost stories.
Oh no, runner.
I'm like, those are all the good ones, at least. I mean, there's other stuff that I've experienced, but those are the more interesting ones. I mean, just talking about ghost stuff is like where I used to work in an old I used to work in an old in this restaurant with this, and the building itself that it's in is
Mm-hmm.
like 200 years old. It was literally built in like early 1800s, and oh sorry, almost turn of the century.
Mm-hmm.
And I specifically remember being up there working late one night during the dinner shift when we were doing like washing dishes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And the back room of that place is scary as fuck.
Oh no.
Yeah. And but I'm like, we've been up there so many times, I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Until one time I was up there, um, we heard a crash like in the back room, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
what the hell was that? It's literally just the only people in the restaurant are me, my friend Big D, who's the kitchen manager,
Mm-hmm.
and the regular, like, just general manager.
Mm-hmm.
The general manager's downstairs, like, counting all the drawers and stuff. And we had a like a big, like a full box that was like had, dry stock food in it,
Yeah.
somehow got launched off of the shelf across the room.
What the fuck?
There are three people in this restaurant at the time.
Oh my god.
And like we both heard it. We both were like, what the hell was that? And we went back there and we saw the box just like across the room, flipped over, everything's out of it, and we're just like, okay, that didn't just fall off the shelf.
Yeah.
One, it's like we don't have anything teetering or anything like that. Like none of the boxes stick out.
Mm-hmm.
Two, it wouldn't have fell that far.
Yeah.
It's like a box. It's not like it rolled or anything.
Yeah.
And me and him both saw it, and like we hit the intercom, and we're just like, Red, are you upstairs? And she's like, no. Why?
Oh.
We're like, oh, okay, cool. Just checking. We proceeded to do our job about as fast as we've ever done it, and then we got the
Um.
hell out of there.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, because I was like, that something did not it didn't want anything on that shelf, and it
Clearly.
made it known.
Yeah. God.
That part freaked me out because I was like, I don't know what did that, and I can't explain it. So
Yeah.
we're just going to. I didn't work at that job much longer after that.
Oh my. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, honestly.
I still go up there. It still freaks me out.
Yeah.
Oh my god. There's a,
It just
there's
wanted a
another
nice
one.
high place to sleep.
So, funnily enough. Okay, hold on. I actually have a picture of this one.
Mm.
You want to see a haunted doll?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Or well, kind of. It's in here. Ah, found it. Um how do I share this? I gotta figure out how to send this to myself or something. Um there we go. So we had a one instance where with that same place where I worked, it's also like has the it's really big and it's Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big Christmas display it has.
Yeah.
Well, there's a ton of electronics in there too.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a really old building, so like the wiring is exactly fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But I specifically remember the one day where I again did that like bodily implosion thing where I about shit, pissed, and threw up and all at the same time. I feel like there's a word for it, and I haven't figured out what that word is yet. But that's the general feeling that I felt when this happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we go to flip off all the lights one night
Mm-hmm.
and turn it a little bit. We turn everything off, and my boss even said he's just like, yeah, sometimes you'll get a ghost current, and
Oh.
I'm like, a what? He's like, a ghost current. And I'm like, what's a ghost current? And he's like, well, it's when we have so many electric stuff hooked up to this like hooked up to the grid in this building, that and the building's like really old and the wiring's a little off. So he's like, sometimes you'll get like lights that will stay on. Like some of the Christmas lights will actually like be on even though they're off. He's like, they're off. It's just the residual electricity kind of like still in the live lines and kind of turning them on. I was like, oh, that's creepy, but all right.
Yeah.
Um once we once we had this, there it is. This makes it way okay. Yeah, picture in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna put that in.
Yeah. So we we go to shut down. That entire room is just full of all the Christmas display stuff. That specific thing, that specific doll, is mechanical.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, looking at it gives me. Anyway, that specific doll is mechanical. What it does is it's a like he taps on the glass with that little wand that he's holding.
Yeah.
One night, when we turned off everything and it is pitch dark in there, except for the light coming from the doorway that leads to the next door, that little fucker, the only I get you can describe like you can describe it. It doesn't make it any less terrifying. Also, it's like I'm not going to take my chances with that. Like, yeah, it can be explained. Not taking my chance.
Yeah.
But that thing, when all the lights were off and all the power was shut down, tapped on the glass.
I love him. I love dolls, so
Yeah, like he tapped on the glass when everything was supposed to be off. I never went into that room again.
I don't blame you though.
Like by myself anyway. I'll go
Yeah.
into that room. I will not go into it by myself.
Yeah.
Like I actually don't mind haunted dolls. That
Yeah.
one freaks me out though.
I mean, you've been
Something
in my
about his eyes.
house.
Yeah. Like I'm fine with most dolls. Hell, I'll go doll hunting with people.
Yeah. It's that
But
one. This one's a bit creepy. The eyes are do like the eyes. They look like even in the photo that they're like like following you.
yeah, like no matter where you are, those eyes look like they're following me. And I don't know if it's just like a trauma response or whatever, but that specific one just he makes me nervous.
Yeah, no, I can
Oh,
see its
Jesus.
eyes.
Because he darts his head around too. Like his head will turn back and forth, and
Oh
then he'll just
god.
like he'll tap on the glass window pane, like when all the like mechanical stuff is going.
The
But
hair on my arm
he
is
decided,
vertical, runner.
yeah, like
All right,
he
we
decided to
take it
tap on
off.
that glass, and I was like, oh, you have got to be. I remember just looking at it, and I'm like in there by myself, and I heard the tapping, and I'm like, what was that?
Oh my god.
And I look over and I like saw it tap one more time, and I was like,
It's like
that
Annabelle, is
is
that
the
you?
yeah. I was like, that is the actual scariest fucking thing I've ever seen before in my life.
Oh my god.
I'm like, I am going home.
Oh yeah, the doll's probably haunted. I collect haunted dolls, so like for me, I'm like I like haunted dolls. I have a ton in my room right now, and I collect them, so they're my friends. But I know a lot of people are afraid of them.
Oh, man, just oh, oh god,
Hmm.
I have a video of it. Oh god, I don't like it.
Oh no.
Why did I take this video?
Why did you take the video?
I don't know. I took a video and I think I was trying to freak people out, but I zoomed in on it and it gets really creepy. Oh god.
Oh yeah, see, like Robbie and I are both spirit workers, so we know what to not do and what to do. So like we it's one of those things we don't go looking for it, but if it comes to us, we handle it. And most of my haunted dolls, I've come to take care of them. Rob, your attempt to freak people out has backfired, and now you're just freaking yourself out, says Muffin.
Damn right. Also, that is very solid advice. It's like, yeah, it's just like I've been told not to mess with that stuff. That,
Yeah,
yeah, don't.
don't do it. If you don't know
I
what you're
don't.
doing, don't do it.
No, I know what I'm doing, and I still don't.
I mean, yeah, that's real. Like,
Like, there's things that are just like, oh, you probably have a lot of protection against that stuff. I'm like, I do,
yeah,
but I don't take the chance.
it's like the
What if that
bracelet.
thing? Yeah, it's like, what if that thing suddenly doesn't care about the protection I have?
Exactly. It's like TLDR. Robbie was telling us earlier. I had made him a bracelet. And also we had a Gwiffin in the chat as well. I made them both bracelets, and when he went to the Stanley Hotel, when he visited me, the bracelet like exploded while he was in the bathroom. Like it just
Mm-hmm.
exploded. All the beads were everywhere, and it basically took the hit for whatever
Yeah,
was
just
going for him.
as I went to go reach for the faucet, like it just exploded off of my wrist,
Yeah, and they were
like
protection
violently.
bracelets. Yeah.
Yeah, you literally gave that to me like that weekend,
Mhm.
and we're like,
Well,
yeah, this is a
yeah,
protection
I
bracelet.
redid it because we I made them when Gwiffin and you were here, and
Mm-hmm.
then you brought it back and I remade it to make sure that it was like, because you were like, oh yeah, it's a little bit, it's like getting a little like the elastic and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I can fix it, I fixed it, and then it that shit blew up.
Actually, now that I think about it, no, I kept them.
Basically, the advice is if don't mess with the stuff, don't mess with the stuff. If you're meant to deal with it, it'll come to you, and if you have to deal
Okay.
with it then.
All right. Since we're on the subject,
Yeah.
I actually have them right here.
Oh.
Being dead serious. Um, Let me take a picture of this real quick, and I'll send it to the chat.
Yeah, yeah.
So, as for the protection, also with the cranes you gave,
Oh yeah, yeah,
which I
yeah,
always
yeah.
kept all my cranes.
Cranes are like my calling card. Imagine handing a protective charm to Albie. It would literally, dude, Runner, you're so right. Like I can't. Albie would just disintegrate it the minute he looked at it. Like, but yeah, just because you have protection doesn't mean that it'll protect you. It can backfire, and oftentimes it does. Like from my experience, it will.
There we go. Let me send these over. So that's what I keep them in. There's this little sake cup,
Oh yeah,
and I
unless
have the cranes. Yeah, I have the cranes sitting on top of them, but there is a better picture of the beads themselves.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember I made it because I know exactly why I made these two. Um, it was they were protection amulets for oh hold on, let me see, let me downsize this. So here's the beads, guys. That's what's left of them anyway.
Yeah, these are the ones I was able to recover.
Cause they're real jade. They were real jade,
Mm-hmm.
and I made them because there was green and yellow as the two colors from one of the deities that I work with, and I was making protection amulets for Griffin and Robbie, and they lasted forever. And Griffin had the same experience where something happened to her and it kind of just broke. And mine also broke at some point. I don't think I even have it anymore. I'm pretty sure they just like took the fucking hit for whatever. It like tanked the spiritual damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, like we've been through some things. That's the thing. Like we can't share everything we've been through, but we've been through some things.
Yeah, like that. Those are the actual beads from that because I like picked them all up and then I kept them.
That they
Uh,
kept you safe, man.
right. I'm just like, you know what? Just a little memento. But that was literally right in the middle of the Stanley Hotel.
Bye, Shroomy. But yeah, no, like basically the best advice that I would give you is like, Celeste, you got a lot of freaking energy. Not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, The best
But yeah,
advice I could give you is just don't fuck with things. Like, even if you know what you're doing, don't fuck with it. Fuck with it if you have to, only if you absolutely have to. Like, if it comes to you and you have to, then, like, that's your job. But, like, if not,
right,
don't
like
mess with
defend
it.
yourself. But
Yeah,
just don't put in the like don't put yourself in a position where you need to defend yourself. That's the
exactly.
best way to that's the best defense.
It's like, that's not, like, regular, like, life, too. Like,
Yeah, like that's just life in general, but
mm. But yeah, like, we've been through a lot in almost 10 years, so, like, I've been doing this stuff since I was 12 because I grew up around it, and I think I've talked about it with the chat before. Like, I've talked about it multiple times with the chat before, but um yeah, this is just something that I live with normally, like, and I deal with it on a regular basis.
gotta put that back up on my altar.
Yeah.
Just you stay there. Keep protecting in their own way.
Keep protecting the room. Every time I come across a witch, I always feel like there's a lot of energy. I'm like, yep, there's a witch. Yeah, I am I'm something. Yeah, I'm something. We've been through like so many weird spiritual experiences at this point. It's just like, well, that's a thing. Like, we don't even question it anymore. Like, we're just like, yeah, okay, well, cool. Something's floating outside the
Mm-hmm.
window. Like, yeah, right. Like,
Right. Like gotta roll with the punches sometimes.
yeah, exactly.
Gosh, whatever like weird stuff manifests stuff around us. It's like sometimes you have to actively ignore things too.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it comes to
Oh, thank you for the follow. I can't see your prod. I think is your name. Thank you. Welcome. But yeah, no, like, you're right, Robbie. When you took the approach of ignoring the thing behind you, I know I like to give you shit about it, but you were right about it. Like, don't
mm-hmm.
interact with it. Like, that
Yeah.
happened the other night recently too with, like, um uh what was it? Vesper and I had an experience also. Muffin says, "Sorry, you're gonna have." No, it was just cool that that happened. I did a reading for Muffin live on stream, and actually in his past life that he actually is like that's still around him is the one that I channeled, and I know nothing about, I go into my readings blind. I think you know that, Robbie, and like,
Mm-hmm.
I channeled this dude's past life that he knew about, and like, I knew nothing about this. Like, it was just like, it was wild. Um, but like, with the having to just ignore shit, the other night we or not the other night, it was like a week or two ago. um we um we heard an owl outside. It was very loud. Also, I do readings, I do long readings, they're on my coffee. um they're not free, unfortunately, or it's not coffee. I don't even know my own damn fucking stream commands. Hello. Like, um, but if you would like to commission me, you are welcome to. I don't do free readings. I'm sorry, but yeah. So what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So we first heard this owl, and it was loud. This loud ass fucking owl, like, and right outside, and then um right after that, I go back into the bedroom, and our window is open, and we're just like, Vesper and I are just vibing, like, talking and stuff. And then we hear this horrific laughter outside. It was not human. It didn't sound like an animal either. It didn't sound like, a coyote or anything, because, coyotes and foxes make horrible noises. But like, this sounded like hyena laughter, and it was loud, and it was creepy. And I got like, my hair just stood up, and I was like, nope, 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 we're not dealing with that tonight. We're not fucking with it. We closed the windows. We shut the blinds. We did. I'm like, I'm not. We're not fucking with it. I'm not fucking. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't want to find out. We even brought the dog upstairs. I was like, nope. I don't. I don't want you downstairs by yourself. Like, I was like, we're not fucking with that tonight. Like sometimes, you just gotta fucking ignore shit.
Yep. It's just like, what am I willing to put up with today? It's like, not this.
Not very much, you know. It's like sometimes just like not. No, no, that's not worth it. That's above my pay grade, or below my pay grade. Like.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm not paid enough for this shit. Exactly. I don't get paid to do this shit. Like, I don't
Right.
get paid to do it. I do
It's
it
like,
for free.
I'm like, what am I paying you for? I'm like, you don't pay me at all.
Yeah. So, if you are a new witch or spirit worker, all I can say is just be careful. Yeah. Just
Mm.
just be careful and don't fuck with shit you don't know what to fuck with.
Right. It's just like, always start small.
Mhm.
And then, like, I think that's why I see, um, so I see so much stuff where people like they try to go too hard too fast
Mhm. Yeah.
with their spiritual journey. It's like there's no rush. There's not really a
It's a
you know.
lifetime journey.
mm. I feel like that's almost every person who explores their spirituality to get to find that balance. I feel like we all
Mhm.
try to go too hard. Hell, I did it for a while.
Oh, I did too.
Like, try to go too hard too fast. Got too
Yeah.
big for my britches, and then also had a lot of really weird bad luck. That's
Yeah.
probably because I messing around and found out
Yeah.
the hard way.
I'm definitely being careful. I'm around other witches that are more experienced and they've been giving me. But yeah, it's like the best you can do is learn from other people who have been doing it longer too. And also, you learn from your own experience too. Like, you just learn by. Unfortunately for me, it was like I fucked around and found out and I learned the hard way. But you do
Hmm.
learn. You learn either way. You learn from either other people's experiences or you learn the hard way. Like, one or the other. You do learn eventually. You learn not to fuck with things or you learn what you can handle. Oh, thank you for the follow, Mystery. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, I mean, there comes a point where it's like, I don't know. I feel like when we were younger, we were more willing to do things, and now we're just like, bro, these spirits aren't paying bills. Definitely,
Right.
definitely, definitely recommend other people. Learning the hard way wasn't particularly. Yeah, learning the hard way is not fun. It's not. Like, learn from our experiences. We fucked up at some point or another. But yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of trial and error.
We fucked up so you don't have to. Yeah, basically, Muffin. Yeah. I mean, but then
Yeah.
again, there's like canon events that you know somebody's gonna do it regardless, and you're just like, you gotta sit there and be like, all right, well, I can't stop you.
Right. Like amount of coaching or telling them what it was like. So
Yeah.
it's okay to make mistakes. Just don't get too crazy
Yeah, exactly.
starting out.
You'll
Like,
figure it out. You'll figure it out for sure. Like that's like it's take it slow. Like Robbie said, take it slow. There's no rush to learn. Just take it slow. It'll all come in time.
what was that thing that was going on there for a while?
Hmm.
People were like, I feel like it, I noticed like, which was cool. It was like, okay, it's nice to see a lot of people more exploring like witchcraft and
Mm-hmm.
Wiccan stuff, but then they were getting really crazy with it. They were just like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna collectively hex the moon or hex the moon fae. Do you remember that?
Wait, what? I don't. When did this happen? Was this a TikTok thing?
Yes.
I wasn't on Tik. I either wasn't on TikTok or I wasn't on that side of it. What happened?
uh, a like people in basically the witchcraft TikTok were
Uh-huh.
talking about like hexing the moon fae, and I was like, that idea is
It's
terrible.
yeah, that's a horrible fucking idea.
That is going to backfire. And I'm like, I hope you're all joking. And even if
Seriously.
they were, I'm sure there's some people who took it very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm like, hmm. And you wonder why some of y'all have like really bad, awful days, or like,
Mm-hmm.
keep having bad shit happen to you. I'm just like, well, no duh.
Yeah. Like,
You like some of y'all like went around really trying to screw around and then finding out the hard way.
mm-hmm. They fucked around and found out. Like,
You know, find out.
that's why I try to stay off of like witch talk and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I try to stay off of it. I also just try to stay off of like I don't know most of the stuff on like the internet these days. After I had my little stint on the internet, I'm good with it. I do my tarot readings for those who ask, or those who like want them, but that's about it. Like,
Yeah, say like I do what I can,
mm-hmm.
but I'm just trying to stay in my.
Yeah, like we did our time. But yeah, oh my god, cursed hands on my model tonight, as always. But yeah, I think also we've done 30 minutes over. It's already been 3.5 hours, man. Like,
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're
I
right.
know. Stream goes by so fast. We are gonna raid tonight. We're gonna raid Christina, like, cause that's my wife. So I'm gonna hold on, I'm gonna set that up. But wait, hold on, and then before I'm gonna do that before. Okay, before I end, we're gonna end this off. But thank you, Robbie, for being on the stream tonight. This was really
Yeah,
fun.
this was fun. I definitely love to do stuff like this more often.
Yeah, like this was really fun, and of course, and only 1.5 of those hours were about Jeepus.
Yeah, we took a solid cinema cheapest, like few hours of spooky ghost stories and cryptid stories and lore, and then a solid Jeepus. I was not expecting to tell the Jeepus story, honestly. It was just like I love that it was just like, oh yeah, wait. It reminds me of an anecdote. And then it led to an entire movement, I guess we'll call it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the Jeepus
we
movement.
started something. Like
We started the Jeepus revolution.
I swear to God, if you end up seeing him again, you have to let the Discord know. You have to let chat know.
Oh, if I see him, uh, I don't know what I'd do. I
Take a
honestly
picture.
don't. Yeah, part of me is like I would try to like whip out, get a picture or something, and I was just like, I don't know, maybe part of me wants to just kidnap him and be like, I have to prove this. I have to prove you're real. You can't go home. I'm like, it's not
God.
even technically a kidnapping. I'm like,
Runner
you
wants
can't.
better pictures for memes.
Yeah, I'm like, you just can't leave. But I will give you anything you want. Feed you. Just, just let me prove that you're real.
I love it. I just love that we were like, yeah, spooky stories, and that was like Jeepus. We've started the cult of Jeepus, I suppose.
Cheap, cryptid.
I just love it. I love that you were like you said you weren't even gonna tell that story, and like it was just like to lighten the mood, and then the chat ran with it.
Right, because that was, oof, yeah, that was one of the creepier stories, though.
Yeah,
I honestly kind of freaked myself out a little bit because I was like, I didn't think about the connection of
the black-eyed
you know
children.
the black eyed children until like literally this stream. I was like, oh, because somebody in the chat mentioned it, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh god, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're right. And I'm like, this whole time, I don't think that kid was wearing sunglasses. I think he just had black eyes.
Yeah, I think like I just like that my chat deciphered. Yeah, that was a black-eyed child, man. Like wasn't
Yeah,
sunglasses. Yeah, no, that got creepy, and I know that like some of my viewers dipped because it got creepy.
Yeah, someone were like, that one freaks me out. And I was like, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Like, I warned them. I gave them full warning that this was going to be creepy stories. So,
Yeah. And that's fine too. It's just like, hey, you know what? I actually am not okay with this.
but yeah, like I had fun. Thank you for being here. Like, it was a good stream. Like 3.5 hours went by so fucking fast.
Yeah, I did.
But everybody, we're going to let me set up the raid. We're going to raid Christina. She's streaming ASMR. That's my wife. Behave. Oh wait, what? Hold on. Wait, did I spell her? Wait, did I spell her name wrong? I think I did. We good? Yeah, we're ready. Okay. Um. So thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Um. I will be back tomorrow at 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We will be back to our regular scheduled ASMR for the week, and we will see you guys. Or Robbie and I will hopefully see you guys again. I'd love to do this again with sharing
Oh yeah.
stories with people, but for now, get something to drink, eat some food, get some sleep. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which isn't much, but you know. And for now, I hope you all have the loveliest of dreams. Good night, my sealies. I love you guys. Mwah.
Thank you, my friends.